Hi and good afternoon and welcome to Thfc Till I Die Around the Grounds, your only place where you find every goal from every game from every ground as we go around every ground to give you the latest from Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs. As you can see, I've got the Premier League and it's of course Luton, Brentford, Sheffield United, Burnley. Brad is going to look after the Championship for you and League One, I think, as well. And Colum's going to look after League Two, and I'm going to give you the very best from everywhere else. As we see, Celtic have now taken the lead against Aberdeen. Oakley on the 105th minute as that game went into extra time. Philip Brady will join us once he gets his Starlinks up and running, as he's ringing up at this moment to who's the fellow that owns Starlinks? Is it
Elon Musk? Elon Musk.
Yeah, Philip's ringing him up at the moment and rollicking him, telling him why is my internet not working. So get free internet, Philip, for the next year. Brad, how are you? Welcome. As our usual,
thank you very
Cammy.
much. I'm well, thank you. Yes, well.
Yeah. You know, if I'm Jeff Stelling, you're our Cammy.
Yeah, well, I'll probably forget a few things. So, yeah, I probably would be like Cammy. I was actually looking at the score early today. Leicester beating West Brom 2-1, and Vardy played. And I thought Vardy was old when Leicester won the title in 2016. So
he's still banging it in there, isn't he? He's still banging it in.
Cool. Yeah.
And down below is our local Doncaster, Donny fan and Donny expert, and also League Two expert. So, Colin, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. I'm looking forward to today. Big games in League Two today.
Yeah, and also the National League is finished today, guys, hasn't it? And really, what can you tell us about the National League? What's happened in that one, Colin?
Bear with me, because I'm just playing about with stuff. So I was actually watching some of the National League games earlier today, to be honest with you. Let me just quickly bring them up if I can. National League. As you can tell, I'm not prepared today.
And Brad, Brad, what games of the Championship are you looking forward to seeing today? What's your expert eye going on today?
Well, there's the Cardiff City versus Southampton is the game, because if Southampton win that, and Cardiff are mid-table, if Southampton win that, they'll be level on points with Leeds, third and fourth. Leeds have got a far superior goal difference, and 2 points behind Ipswich. So a few weeks ago when we did this stream, no one was really talking about Southampton being in the top three and getting the automatic promotion place. But now here we are, and they are. So that's probably the big game we have in the Championship, and it's at Cardiff, which I would assume would make it a lot more difficult. So that'd be the one that will take my interest, certainly.
Now, there is a big game in the Championship today. We've got Stoke against Plymouth, Sunderland against Millwall. Well, that game's going to be decided by how many fans get arrested than actually the football on the pitch. Watford at Hull City in QPR. Preston is a 5:15 kickoff because Leicester have already beaten West Brom today. And Brad, Colin, how you doing with the National League? Bournemouth got relegated today, sadly.
Yeah,
so
they did.
They're back into the National South League, I think now they've been relegated to.
Yeah, they have been relegated. Obviously, I have all the scores from today, the final game in the National League. Chesterfield beat Maidenhead 3-2. Altrincham beat Oxford City 1-0. Hartlepool won 4-3 against Dorking Wanderers. Rochdale beat Southend United 2-1. Halifax Town, obviously, Jamie Vardy used to play for Halifax, beat Eastleigh 3-0. Solihull Moors 1-0 winners against York City. Oldham Athletic lost 3-2 to Wealdstone. Barnet 4-1 winners against Kidderminster. Woking 3-0 winners against Fide. Dagenham and Redbridge and Aldershot shared the points at 3-3 each. Gateshead 2, Bromley 1, and obviously Borehamwood 0, Ebbsfleet 0.
So where does that leave the playoffs now for the National League, Colin? Because it leaves it in the sort of some good, tasty playoff ties there, isn't there?
It does. I mean, we've got Solihull Moors versus Gateshead and Altrincham versus Halifax Town. They will, either one of them will play Barnet and the other one will play Bromley.
Philip? Hang on, just let Philip off the thing. Philip?
Yeah, I've got a partial. By the way, it's not an internet problem. It's a Sky Q box problem. It's the so I've got Luton versus Brentford. I haven't got the end of the Celtic match, so I'll have to pass on that one. So
that must be quite close to the end, wouldn't it? The Celtic.
Yeah,
match?
well, Celtic have scored, Philip. They're 3-2 up now.
Yeah, all right, okay.
So,
no, I can't get it, unfortunately. But I've got what do you call Luton versus Brentford? To keep an eye on.
Yeah. Philip, just to go with you, we're talking about the National League. How important, Philip, like in your view, is that we respect the non-league, the National League? How important is it we look after that league? Because it is enjoyable, isn't it? It's nice to see a team come up from non-league to professional status, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's massive for the fans and whatever, But I mean, I presume, like, I don't really follow the National League very much. I presume a lot of the players will be kind of ex-pros coming down from their careers in the football league, the lower divisions of the league. But I heard you say, who was actually relegated today into the National League?
Bournemouth got relegated back into the National South League again, which they had. Weren't they very successful in the FA Cup last year? So it shows.
Yeah,
now, Philip, Premier League. Luton, Brentford, Sheffield United, Burnley. We've done the Championship with Brad. We're going to do League Two in a minute with Colin. What are you expecting from today from the two Premier League sides games today? And of course, Arsenal are playing this evening as well, Philip.
Who?
Arsenal are playing this evening as well.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah, them lot down the road.
Oh, right, okay. Okay.
We can start the transferring now for next Sunday, by the way. It starts today.
I mean, they've got Chelsea on Tuesday as well, so they're going to be fairly. I mean, if there's a reaction from the Bayern Munich match, we'll see how they get on against Wolves today. But I fancy Wolves to get something out of that game. And Luton, Brentford should be a good game. I mean, you have to fancy Brentford to win it, but Luton will never say die. They will fight until the last minute of the last minute, and I think we all love them for that. Yeah. And but the Sheffield United Burnley, that's a real 6-pointer, really. If you can have such a thing with them so far behind.
Speaking of the North London derby, I didn't think Spurs were playing Barnet next week.
Yeah, they are playing Barnet. Yeah. Now, League One, guys. League One. Now these are the ups and downs today in League One. If Derby will be promoted, if they're better the Bolton and Peterborough results, Fleetwood will be relegated if they fail to win. So we need to keep an eye on that one, Brad, on that. And Port Vale will be relegated if they lose and either Bolton avoid defeat or Cheltenham win. So League One, Philip, I'll start with you, then I'll go down to Colin and you, Brad. A few fans today, it's squeaky bomb time, isn't it, around this time, Philip, of the season, isn't it?
It always is, I mean, it's such a, like, it all comes down to, you play 46 matches in the season or whatever it is, but it all comes down to the last 2 or 3 games if you're struggling at the bottom, trying to get the points to stay up. And it'll ruin a lot of people's summers if their team goes down, so it's, and there'll be some twist. There'll probably be a goal in the last minute will decide which team stays up, which team goes down. So it's that's why we love the game so much. Yeah. There's so much uncertainty about it.
What was the
league? I watched the game today in Leicester and West Brom, and I do not know how West Brom did not win that match. There was one particular sequence with Chowdhury, another guy with a big hair for Leicester. He made 2 clearances off the line in the space of 10 seconds. That's the type of game it was.
What's League One or League Two, the league that had that goalkeeper coming up in the last seconds and scoring the winning goal?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, a while ago that. Jesus. Yeah.
And then in League Two, Colin, Sutton, if they lose, they get relegated as well. So, and Donny, what have they got to do? They're playing somebody in the playoffs, aren't they? They're close to the playoff points.
Yeah.
By the way, all the 3 o'clock games have now kicked off. It is 0-0 everywhere, so you haven't missed anything. So, Colin, there very quickly. Sorry.
Yeah, Sutton obviously need to win today. They are 3 points behind Colchester, who's sitting 22nd place, but Colchester do have 2 games in hand over them. And as for Doncaster, they are playing 6th place Barrow today. It's a late charge for Doncaster to get into the playoffs. there's 4 points now between them currently, so that proper closes the gap down. Only 3 points behind 7th place, who are also playing today. So it's all up for grabs today in League Two at the moment.
Yeah.
I had friends that are Brentford fans, and you will probably remember that game that Doncaster played there when Brentford had the penalty, didn't they, in the last minute? Missed.
Yep.
At the other end,
we went up to the other end and scored. Yeah, we won the title that year because of that.
Right. Yeah. My friend went underground for about 3 or 4 days after that game.
Philip, early stages of your game, what's it like? How's it look started?
2 minutes gone. Brentford just had the first chance at a corner, and it was Pinnock headed about 2 yards over from the corner. So Brentford putting on the early pressure.
Our mate Paul Merson is the Sky guy talking about that match. So
yeah, your best friend, Philip.
Yeah.
Philip's new best mate in the whole wide world, Paul Merson. Big up to Riley Taylor. You sounded a bit like Cammy, Philip. Who? What? I missed that, Jeff. Sorry. I missed that, Jeff. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Just recovered from watching Barcelona against Chelsea in the Women's Champions League first leg semi-finals. Big up Riley and he or she. I don't know if it's a he or she. So sorry if I offend you. THFC till I die. How are you doing this afternoon? We are doing fine. We've reached 1,800. Philip has already cracked over the champagne at the side. He's already got his champagne in his bucket there. He's got his glass of champagne next to him. He is celebrating. He's got the party.
You do know I don't drink, Dermot. You do know I don't drink it.
Yeah, well, I want to give an illusion, Philip, that you're the James Hunt of the channel.
What are we buying champagne for if I don't drink? I'm not going to drink it.
Well, James Hunt
smash it over the side of a ship or something, yeah.
Yeah, but Philip, you're the James Hunt of this channel. You are the... Do you know James Hunt now? Come on, that's a good...
Can you bring it a bit more up to date? James Hunt was about 1870.
Yeah, but he was like the playboy of the you're the playboy of the THFC till I die world, Philip.
Oh God, don't start that crap again.
Take a compliment. Take a compliment if you give.
That's not a compliment.
All right, anyway, Brad, do you want to take the James Hunt compliment then, do you?
You're more than welcome to it, Brad.
I was going to say, he was quite posh when I'm probably the antithesis of poshness. So,
yeah, but you are the playboy of the Tottenham world. We will get it eventually. Championship, what's happening there, Brad? Anything there in the championship?
Nothing at all at the moment. It's goalless in all the games. So we've only had the clock 7 or 8 minutes.
And League Two down there, Colin Wrexham winning 3-0. They're up. So anything exciting happened, Donny, or anywhere in League Two?
No, not at the minute. Like same again, early into games. Everything's still 0-0 at this moment in time.
We've had a goal in League One though.
Yeah, go on, Brad. Yeah. Where we're going?
Burton 1, Reading 0. Mason Bennett has scored after 5 minutes. A nice, easy name for me to pronounce.
Yeah, there you go. And of course, at the bottom of the screen here, guys, is all the goals as they come in. Now, I may move it to the side of me. If you guys are struggling to see it, I probably will move it.
Could you guys tell me what this Celtic game is?
It's an FA. Is it a semi-final of the Scottish Cup? Isn't it, Philip?
Yeah, there's 3 minutes to go, and it's still 3-2 the Celtic.
Right, because I heard it called the Scottish something cup, and I didn't know whether it's the League Cup or the FA Cup.
No, it's the FA Cup. It's their FA Cup. Rangers are playing tomorrow.
THFC, I'm a lad, but no need to offend me. No, I just wasn't sure because I know this girl's called Riley as well, so I wasn't sure. So
Riley Reid.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. So, but there you go, guys. Beside me is the goals that's going. Hoffenheim have taken the lead against Mönchengladbach, and some German player scored after 36 minutes. Burton Albion, of course, 1-0 up against Reading. Clyde have now taken the lead against Sternhurst Moor. Leach after 7 minutes up in Scotland. So goals starting to come in. Philip, how's your game? How has Luton started? Who's starting the better out of Luton Brentford?
Still 0-0. Luton are just making their first attempt to get into the Brentford half now. I see our player Sergei Reguilon is starting for Brentford today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just had a flash over the Sheffield United and Burnley there, but don't know what for. There was no goals or anything, so it's 0 each in both the matches in the Premiership.
I think the Sheffield United Burnley game would be reasonably irrelevant, wouldn't it? I'd imagine.
Well, still, whoever wins will give a bit of breathing space between the other ones.
But it's still 0-0. Colin, Doncaster, how have they started? Because I know you're covering that game as well.
Yeah, it's been a bright start from Doncaster, to be fair. Owen Bailey sent through a fantastic ball to the young loanee that we've got. I can't remember where he's from, to be honest with you. But Farman does very, very well to come out and collect that ball. So Donny have started brightly, but it's still 0-0.
Do you know what? Sky have only now just put up the Clyde's goal. We actually beaten Soccer Saturday to the Clyde goal. So there you go. This is how fast we are. We're the first and fastest.
Oh, we've got another attractive lady reporting on the Cambridge Derby game.
See, this is why people should watch this. It's Brad's sort of look out for the best looking reporter. I swear to God, right, that we should do that for next season, Brad, right? When you come on, we'll just have you on the best looking lady reporting on a football game.
Chance for Brentford. Oh, bad miss.
Go and talk about it, Philip. What happened to Brentford?
Through ball to the left winger. What's his name? I can't see his name in the back of his shirt. Was he onside? He literally, no, he's well onside. He's clean through and left foot's at about 2 foot wide. So that's a bad miss. Can I just say something? I love Brentford's away kit. It's a proper away kit, not that abomination that Spurs wore at Newcastle last week.
We don't do well in that kit, do we?
No,
We should put every single item there is, put them in a bonfire and set fire to it.
Yeah, well, I like the bright yellow one or the bright yellow or the bright blue one that we've had.
Yeah. Even the psychedelic one they had last season.
To you, Colin.
Yeah, we've got a goal down at Stockport County. Is Stockport 1, Accrington Stanley 0. And just as I'm saying that, Walsall have just taken the lead as well against Bradford City. That is 1-0. Rick Stir for Walsall, and Stockport County's goal scorer is Chris Wotton.
Yeah, we have a goal from the Scottish Cup semi-final. Philip is not going to like this. It's now Aberdeen Tree, Celtic Tree, McDonald on the 119th minute, Philip.
That
game is going to go to penalties. Yeah, I feel like this is our new goal alert. So
I'm just going to try something else here for a minute, lads. I'm going to kind of get looking at the end of that Celtic match. I'll just stop the cam there for a minute.
And there's the most bit. Now, Colin, this referee, how the hell did he get a gig on Sky? Seriously, who did he have to bribe? Walsall taking the lead actually against Bradford. Sorry, Colin. Ryan Skirk after 7 minutes. Falkirk have taken the lead against Kelty Hearts as well. Calvin Miller and, of course, Angus MacDonald in the 119th minute has equalised for Aberdeen. That game is going to penalties. Wow. And RB Leipzig have taken the lead against FC Hoffenheim, 1846. Schalke after 42 minutes. So my team, German team in the Bundesliga, are winning 1-0. Come on, RB Leipzig.
I'm just looking to see if the Celtic game is on TV, because it might be interesting to report on the penalty shootout.
Yeah, it would be. It's on Sky, I think. Brad, if you can.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
And of course, it is National League finish. Look, I was saying earlier, did you get it, Philip?
I'm just waiting for it to come back up. Luton just had a good chance there, beaten away by the Brentford keeper.
Egan City have gone 1-0 up against Peterborough. Draper after 10 minutes. And Southampton have taken the lead against Cardiff in the Championship. A goal after 12 minutes. So a win there for Southampton. Would that get them back into the top 2 again, guys? I think it will, won't it?
No, it would put them joint third with Leeds. But Leeds have got a far superior goal difference.
But I think that's going to go to the last game of the season, that playoff, an automatic playoff, I think. And there's our mate Paul Merson, Philip's best friend of the whole wide world.
I can't find the football on here, actually, to be honest. Unless it's might be on BBC. BBC sometimes show.
No, it's on Sky, Brad. It'd be on Sky Sports.
I don't think it's Sky Sports, though. I think it's further down the list than that.
Oh, would it be on TNT? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've looked at it. What have you got here? Live. TNT live rally.
Blackpool have taken the lead against Barnsley.
It's on Premier One HD, which I don't have a subscription for.
And Burton Albion have gone 2-0 up against Reading, and it's Cairo after 11 minutes. So, and also Wolfsburg have taken the lead against Bochum in the Bundesliga, wind after 43. Philip, very quickly on the Bundesliga, very quickly on Bayern Munich losing the title. How impressed have you been with Brian Leverkusen this season?
Leverkusen, yeah, they were very good. They were really, really good. I mean, they even showed it against West Ham the other night. Now, still probably under the influence. If they breathalyzed half the team, they probably would have failed it. But they still managed to keep their unbeaten record by drawing with West Ham on Thursday night. Very good team to watch. Love the way they play football. Really, really good.
Cheltenham. Is that down to you, Colin? Cheltenham taking the lead against Lincoln.
Cheltenham versus Lincoln. I believe that's League One.
Okay, well they've taken the lead against Lincoln, and it's Squambar. Is it Sarcrom?
Liam Succumbi or Seacombe.
15 minutes penalty. So there you go. The goals are starting to come in now, guys.
Yeah, Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 0.
Now I may get the penalty shootout, but I don't want to.
Yeah, it's on Premier HD. It's on Premier
which
League.
I think I don't have.
I subscribed to it for when I think they had the Spurs friendlies on once, and I subscribed it for a short, or the Conference League or something like that. Yeah. And the very first time it was on, it actually it broke, it crashed. So I wasn't very impressed. It's full time in the
Riley
Scottish.
says, it is. Wow, what a game in the Scottish Cup semi-final. Philip is not going to be. I'm not going to be impressed either. It would be his round to buy you a lot of drink at THFC till I die.
Yeah, I've reclaimed downstairs, so I might be able to get to see it now.
I like that, Philip. It's like Philip's come down. It's like even how has his camera guys right. It's like I've reclaimed. It's like I've reclaimed full time penalties. Yeah, go on then, Philip. You're gonna.
Yeah, they haven't started. I have the game on now, so they haven't started yet.
Well, it's our mate Matt Dawson is Matt Dawson is doing the commentary on the Cardiff Southampton game. Matt Dawson was a rugby player, wasn't he?
Yeah, I like Phillips sort of come down. I have reclaimed my spot.
Got some money from America.
Got some big changes coming up in the channel, haven't we, Philip? In the summer, there's going to be a little surprise for everyone and a big rebranding operation. I think if things go well, that's the plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's showing us Burton 2, Reading 0 at the moment.
Wickham have taken the lead against Carlisle. Gareth McClary after 15 minutes in League One. So Wickham are 1-0 up.
Ooh, what a goal by it.
Right.
I'm just watching Aberdeen's equaliser here.
Yeah.
Joe Hart was doing his impersonation of a statue. He should have come for that cross.
I thought he retired, or is he retiring at the end of this season?
He's retiring
at the end of the season. Right. How bad? It's bad up there, isn't it, Philip? Celtic at the moment. If we're going to talk quickly about Celtic, it's been an awful season. I mean,
they're still going to win. They can avoid defeat against Rangers in the next match. They're going to win the league, so they're not that bad. But they're not as fast as what they were last season.
When does the split happen, Philip? When's the split in Scotland happen? When does the split happen in Scotland?
Oh, I think that doesn't count against the top two anyway. So it's
no, but there's a split.
I don't know, Dermot. To be honest with you, I don't know, but that doesn't affect the top of the table anyway, usually, because normally Celtic and Rangers are well ahead, you know. Yeah,
but there is just to tell people, the Scottish League goes. I know we're going.
We have a goal in League Two. Stockport County were 1-0 up, have been pegged back. It's now Stockport 1, Accrington Stanley 1. Wally has got that goal for them, and we beat Sky Sports to it as well.
Yeah, because we're better than Sky Sports. Does anyone realise that now? Accrington have equalised against Stockport County. Sean Wiley after 17 minutes, so it's 1-1 there. Stockport did you just do that goal, did you?
I did. I just did that one.
I know. Sky Sports have just said it now. Hello, Philip.
There's a case here. After Aberdeen equalised, they've got an absolute stonewall case for a penalty. Cameron Carter-Vickers literally kicked one of the Aberdeen guys in the back of the calf as he went for the ball, and no penalty given. They got away with it there.
So have the penalties started yet, Philip?
Adam Ida is taking the first one for Celtic.
Right.
I'll talk you through it now.
Yeah. Philip.
Ida's been a great success since coming up from Norwich. The referee telling the Aberdeen goalkeeper to have manners, stay on his line. Mind you, he wouldn't want to be like the referee in the Arsenal game or the Villa game the other night, booking Martinez twice and not sending him off. But then they realised the penalty yellow card is for they don't count for 90 minutes. You know, it's a separate issue.
I want to talk about Martin at halftime, the Villa keeper, because I love him. I actually do love him.
Oh yeah, I can't stand him. I think he's
I think he's great. I know there's a goal. Where's that
goal? It's gone to Walsall. They are now 2-0 up against Bradford. An ex-Rovers player in Foul has actually scored that one, Mo Foul. So it's 2-0 at Walsall now.
Adam Ida's just buried the first penalty, 1-0 to Celtic.
Sorry, I have to show impartial.
Straight down the middle.
I can't be showing my Celtic bias. I have to be impartial.
I was just trying to work out that penalty by Silva the other day. Was it Silva when he?
Bernardo Silva.
Yeah. I mean, he obviously was. It was that old one, you know, the goalkeeper diving and the guy just put it straight in the middle. But the goalkeeper didn't. He just stood there.
Right, Colin. Again, sorry, guys. Colin. God, we can
you guys.
League too.
Yeah, I've got the best league here. It is now Mansfield Town 0, Gillingham 1. Dienge scoring in the 19th minute for Gillingham, which I think is actually going to help them a lot because they are also chasing down playoff spots and they are playing third place. So that will help Gillingham a lot.
Bit of trivia for those of us.
McGrath has just scored an equaliser for Aberdeen in the penalty shootout.
1-0. Also, Cole, this is true. Cole Donaldson has been sent off for Falkirk for foul play in the 17th minute. So they're down to 10 men, Falkirk, in that game. Sorry, Brad. So Philip, very quickly, when's the next penalty being taken?
It's about to come up now. Celtic taking it. Hold on there.
Who's taking it there?
I can't see the name on the back of the shirt, but hold on, I'll tell you in a sec. He scored anyway. Nice penalty into the corner. It was Palmer, number 7, Palmer.
For those of an older generation,
Celtic, all 3 penalties scored so far.
For those of an older generation, which I think is probably 3 of us on this panel, Brian Moore, the ex-soccer commentator who sadly died years ago, Gillingham were his team. He was a Gillingham fan.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, he was a great commentator. He really was.
Yeah.
Was he the one that shouted? Was he the one that shouted 1-0?
No, that was David Coleman. 1-0.
Yeah.
2 each in the penalty shootout. Aberdeen's after scoring. I didn't get the name of the guys. The captain did it. Scored it. And went for power. And
yeah. So how the penalties been taken, Philip? Had there been good penalties?
That one, he was a bit lucky there. Joe Hart dived over the top of it. Ooh. You know, it's pretty hard to do. Matt Riley coming up now to take the next one for Celtic.
Quickly go down to League. We'll go for Philip first, and then League 2, then Colin.
Matt Riley, short run up, left-footed penalty. Here he goes. Oh yeah, lovely penalty right into the corner. I don't like short run ups, but he looked. Matt O'Reilly did that very well. So 3-2 to Celtic. All 5 pens scored so far.
Go on, Colin. Where we're going, sir?
It's Walsall 2, Bradford 1. Andy Cook has scored, so it's made this game a bit more interesting now. He scored in the 19th minute. Let's see if Walsall can manage to hold on. I'm getting old goals here, guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to give you an update. Go on, Philip. How's the Premier League?
Yeah, another one. Down the middle, 3 each. Skiller or Sokler, number 19 for Aberdeen, scored that one. So 6 penalties, 6 goals so far. That one was right down the middle. If Joe Hart stood up, he would have saved it.
Yeah.
Well, this is my thing about goalkeepers and penalties. I hate this deciding to dive a certain way. I'm sure more penalties would be saved if you just basically tried to save the shot. Just you know, where he hits it, go for it.
Did you see Rudiger telling the goalie the other night where Kovacic was going to put the penalty?
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked as well. Now Celtic coming up for their 4th penalty.
Here we go.
Oh, he just about gets it in. The goalie got a big hand on it. Couldn't keep it out. Bernardo with a penalty. Not a good penalty, but nearly a save.
Oh, we've got a goal in League One. Well,
Okay, where we're going, Brad? Hang on, Brad. Before we get there. Sorry, I forgot to do it. Go on, Brad. Where's the goal in League One?
It's Portsmouth 0. And the problem is, the screen's gone now. The goal's gone from the screen. So, but it's Portsmouth 0. The other team won.
Yeah, Wigan won, and it's Chambers after 22 minutes. Go on, Philip. How's the penalty shootout going?
Yeah, so it's 4-3 to Celtic. The Aberdeen goalkeeper is now down. Surely he can't have cramp. He's down getting attention between penalties here. Aberdeen, this is the crucial penalty, this one. You miss this one, and Celtic have a kick to win the thing. So the 7th penalty or the 8th penalty is always very crucial. Oh, this Joe Hart's over now giving a bit of assistance to the goalkeeper.
So, go on,
they're keeping Celtic waiting for the penalty. They're keeping Aberdeen waiting. He's keeping his own team waiting.
Yeah, so describe the scene there, Philip, at Hampden Park. What scene? What would the player be going through who's waiting to take the penalty? Do you think there's an awful lot of pressure on them now to get?
Well, yeah, and his own goalie is after putting him under a lot of pressure there because he's had to wait while the guy gets treatment. And so it's not as if he should have rolled him off the pitch and gotten treatment while let the lad take the penalty. But Joe Hart's now having a word with the referee, and here we go. He's smiling away. He looks confident on this one, so he does. Going to be a left-footed penalty, and he's missed it. Aberdeen have missed, hit the post, and came across the goal and stayed out. So Celtic now have a penalty to win the semi-final. I told you that was some young lad, poor fella. He looked distraught.
Well, whilst you're watching that,
it was a bit like Son's shot the other day. Hit the inside of the post, went across the goal, but stayed out.
Yeah.
Whilst you're watching that, Philip, there's been a goal at Luton. It's Luton 0, Brentford 1, with Wissa scoring after 24 minutes.
Oh, right. Okay.
So Brentford have taken the lead in the Premier League games today as Brentford 1, Luton 0. Philip, talk us through the last penalty at Hampden Park.
Joe Hart is taking it.
Oh, Jesus.
Joe Hart is taking the last penalty, or the 5th penalty, might not be the last one. He's doing what the City goalkeeper did the other night, taking the penalty in the shootout. This will be amazing if Joe Hart scores this. Here he goes, right-footed. They're eyeing each other up here. It's a war of nerves here. And he's hit the post. He's missed it.
No.
The Tottenham Hotspur curse strikes again.
My God. Jamie Vardy missed a penalty earlier for Leicester. He hit the post as well. And now Joe Hart's missed it. Oh, the drama continues.
We've got a goal coming in. Kelty Hearts have equalised against Falkirk. 10 men, Falkirk, by the way. McCann, a 25-minute on goal. Montrose have equalised against Hamilton Lions after 25 minutes. Colin, how's League 2 looking for you, sir?
Yeah, I'm actually having a bit of a quiet spell when it's coming to goals at the minute. There's been no other goals. It is still Mansfield 0, Gillingham 1, Accrington, Stockport 1-1, and Walsall 2-1 up against Bradford. No goals anywhere else.
All right,
then, Philip, take us through this penalty.
Yeah, scored.
So what's the score now on the penalty, Philip?
I'm losing track now. The score is 4 each.
It's sudden death now, isn't it?
Is it sudden death now?
Yeah. Sudden death. So let's see.
It's Charlton 0, Shrewsbury 1.
Yeah. Undo. Is it Undo?
Udo, I don't know.
Udo.
Daniel. The first one's Daniel, I can tell you that.
Daniel Udo.
Or Daniel. Just as Homer Simpson would go, no.
Johnson had to step up to take the penalty for Celtic. Celtic 6.
Penalty,
This is the crucial one. We're into sudden death now. And he rolls it into the net. Good penalty. Sent the goalie the wrong way. So now it's the nervy 90s for Aberdeen. They have to score to stay in it.
That's
so who's coming up, Philip? Describe the scene for us walking up and who's coming up and
they're not showing it. They're not showing it. They're showing the penalty again.
Yeah. Does he look nervy? Does he look all right that he's gonna?
No, they're not showing him doing it. They're not showing him. Now they're showing him. It looks a young lad, number 28. Yeah. I can't get his name now, but he is. Joe Hart's been told to have manners and get back on his line. This lad looks like he just out of kindergarten. And he scores just about.
Wow.
Again, Joe Hart got his hand to it. Couldn't keep it out. So that's 5 each now.
Oh, you getting nervous, Philip?
Yeah. Oh, he should have saved it. It actually came in. Again, he dived over the top, but hit him on the side and went into the net. He was Aberdeen now.
I do think they should do away with penalties. I've always said after extra time, if it's still a draw, you play sudden death.
No,
Let's
here we go.
win.
Celtic again. No, nice penalty. Nice one. One of the Tomoki, one of the Asian players, strokes it into the top corner.
Big up to Wayne Bonner.
On Aberdeen again.
It is. Big up to Wayne Bonner. It's this afternoon, fellas. Hope you're well and having a great
Wayne.
day. Carlisle have equalised against Wickham, guys. It's Matt Clement after 28 minutes. Shrewsbury have taken the lead against Charlton. I do said that one. Philip, back to you with the penalty shootout.
Yeah, the last number 7, penalty number 7. And again, if he misses this, it's all over. Number 18 is taking it. Short run up, which is always dangerous. And Hart saved it. What a terrible penalty. You think Bernardo Silva's was bad. This is nearly as bad.
Really?
He tripped it straight at Joe Hart, who guessed the right way, went down and saved it. Celtic are in the final of the Scottish Cup yet again. Feel sorry for Aberdeen. They came back so many times in that game today and should have had a penalty in extra time to win it. But the Celtic fans are celebrating. They'll be hoping Rangers get through tomorrow to have another pop at them in the final. But tough luck on Aberdeen. But Rangers await, so Celtic await Rangers, or I'm not sure who Rangers are playing tomorrow, but Celtic are in the final.
And as Colin goes, Colin, where we're going with that?
We are going to the Mazuma Stadium, Morecambe versus Forest Green. It is Morecambe 1, Forest Green Rovers 0. I'm not sure who scored it because it hasn't come up on my screen who scored it.
You're not going to believe this. It's scored by Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
I've just seen it. 9-8, Philip. Is that the penalty 9-8, or was that including the goals as well? Because it's come
No, it's over. No, it wasn't that many. No.
6-5 on penalties.
6-5, yeah.
6-5. Back at the Luton game, Philip.
Yeah, it's 1-0 to Brentford, 29 and a half minutes gone. Just to see how this is looking. Brentford on the attack. Must say, fair dues to Luton fans. They turn up with the numbers every game. Mind you, doesn't take that many to fill the stadium, but they're there supporting their team.
Just say East File have gone 1-0 up against Forfar. Newton after 31 minutes. Morecambe have gone, as we were told earlier, against Forest Green. Brown after 30 minutes. And of course, Celtic
I've just seen a score come up between our favourite Scottish team, Bonnie Rig Rovers, who are playing Spartans, I presume. And it's come up as Bonnie and versus Spart. I mean, that's a character in a book, isn't it? Bonnie Spart.
Philip, what's
this is an amazing thing in the Luton match. A cross comes in from the right from Brentford, right? It comes across. There's a Luton player standing 5 yards away from his own goal, and he hoofs the ball about 2 inches over his own crossbar. What was he trying to do? It's nearly one of the best own goals you'll ever see.
And also, it is 0-0 in the other game. Did you guys see the goal Burnley conceded last week with the goalkeeper when it went under his foot?
No.
It was in the game last week, Burnley, and it actually went under his foot. The goalkeeper went to kick it and totally miskicked it, and the ball went under his foot, and that will haunt him now for the rest of his career.
Brentford really putting the pressure on Luton here.
I think Brentford are probably safe now, aren't they? I guess from relegation.
Yeah, I'd say they are. Yeah.
We've got big up to Wayne said, "Oh, nice, 1,800 subs. Congrats, Dermot and Philip." We'll get to that. A gold column. Go on.
Told you guys, I've got the best games here. It's now Harrogate Town 1, Milton Keynes Dons 0. Oda has managed to score there in the 33rd minute of that game.
Philip, anything you want to say to Wayne Bonner as we do reach the dizzy heights of 1,800?
Yeah, I appreciate the thoughts. They're very good. Yeah, it's good. We've been waiting a while to get to that figure, so now it's here. It'll be a lot quicker getting to the next milestone, which is 2,000.
Yeah, and if we get to 2K, me and Philip will throw one hell of a party with lemonade and Coke. And we'll do a proper Del Boy Rodney needs up, won't we, Philip?
Oh, whatever you say, Dermot.
I go and nick the do you remember the one that he nicks the speaker from the railway station? And the man asked for the speaker to come back. He said, "What? You've only got one speaker? What a way to run the railway station!"
And we're looting on the attack here. It's promising. Barkley, he sold his man short. Now Brentford on the attack. Good
Riley
game. Both teams are going at it.
Riley says, "Can we talk for a moment about the two major lunchtime games, Leicester in the Championship and Chelsea in the Women's Champions League?"
Well, I saw the Leicester game.
Yeah.
I saw the Leicester game. And I don't know how Leicester won it now, to be honest. I really do not know. West Brom will be kicking themselves. They had 3 or 4 unbelievable chances that they missed. Chowdhury made 2 incredible goal line clearances in the space of a minute. And then Jamie Vardy pops up out of nowhere and scores a second goal for Leicester. West Brom pulled one back, but couldn't get the equaliser. But very unlucky. But West Brom will be okay for the playoffs. So they look much the better team today. Yeah. Leicester look nervous.
Can I say, you see the game at Falkirk? Falkirk took the lead to Carlin Morrison in 32 minutes. Less than 60 seconds later, Countley Hearts equalised through Reece Lyon. So it's 2-2 there now. 2 goals in 60 seconds. Wow. Wow, wait.
By the way, Jamie Vardy is 37.
Yeah, go on, Philip. Brad?
I don't know about the Chelsea game in the Champions League. I didn't really see it, so I don't know anything about that. Unfortunately.
No.
Well, it's I was going to say, Jamie Vardy is 37.
Yeah. Early team news ahead of the FA Cup semi-final. Haaland is not in the squad.
Ooh.
Yeah, I see that.
Now, can I ask you guys a question, right? The Champions League quarterfinal, Pep had come out and said that both... Hello, before we get to that, Colin, where are we going with you?
We are going to the Keepmoat Stadium, where it is Doncaster Rovers 0, Barrow 1. Not a good scoreline. I didn't want to see that happen today. But yeah, it is 1-0 to Barrow. I can't pronounce the name who scored it. Akadua, I'm going to say his name is. So yeah, it's 1-0.
Like, from my screen, it looks like our crush.
Akua, I think it is.
Yeah. So 1-0 to Barrow. Look, Burton Open, Reading have got one back wing on the 24 minutes. Guys, yeah, I'll start with you, Philip, on this. I forgot what I was going to say now. I forgot the question I was talking about.
Champions League quarterfinals, you started.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, yeah, about Haaland and De Bruyne asking both to come off, Philip. What's your views on that? Are players asking to come off before a penalty shootout? If you were a manager, if you were Pep, would you have said to them, "No, you're staying on. You're taking your penalties"? Does that put pressure on Man City to win that game, win the penalty shootout? Then
pure cowardice. Pure.
Is that what
cowardice.
you call it?
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing less. Nothing less. Absolutely. I mean, last week, I'll tell you one. I spent last week going around all of the World War One battle sites. I'll tell you one thing: if there was guys like Haaland, you wouldn't want them next to you in the trenches. That's for sure. You know.
I mean, was that the reason they came off? That they wanted
had a brilliant chance for second goal, deflected over the bar. So it's. I'm surprised at De Bruyne. Nothing surprised me about Haaland. I just think there's something very lacking in that guy's moral fiber. To be honest with you, great goal scorer. That's about it.
Strikers normally want to have every opportunity to score goals, don't they?
Yeah,
normally.
But he knew if he came on and missed a penalty or missed. If needed, he'd be pillared. So no, it's just pure cowardice. The guy, I'll tell you, the guy that I had the most admiration for on that whole pitch was Luka Modric. Yeah. 38 years of age, the first penalty for Real Madrid. Yeah. I know he missed it, but that's leadership, that's bravery, and Haaland has none of that.
Colin, where are you on that? Do you agree with Philip? Colin's on mute.
Yep, I am on mute. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the stream. Do you
No
agree what Mr. Brady? I mean, I think Philip's spot on when he says Carradines. I think it's Philip spot on with that point.
Oh yeah, 100% is spot on. Yeah, he's a selfish player. It's just out for himself. He doesn't want any bad press on him at all, So it doesn't surprise me. He's a proper coward. He really is. But I mean, to talk about things a little bit better than Haaland, there has been 2 goals. Tranmere are now 1-0 up against Wimbledon, and Forest Green Rovers have managed to pull it back. So it's 1-1 there.
And Philip, we have a goal in the Premier League. Over to you, sir. What's the goal in the Premier League?
Well, yeah, it's Sheffield United 0, Burnley 1. I don't say I'm watching the Brentford game here, but yeah. Who scored it? Bruno Larson. Larson, yeah. That's an important goal for Burnley. They'll keep fighting, Burnley will, as any team that Vincent Kompany manages will. But Sheffield United, it must be very frustrating for their home fans. Another home defeat looming,
Can I
add to the Haaland thing there? Of course. Haaland was hoping for the move to Real Madrid. He failed the audition badly on Wednesday night.
Look, are you with me in this, Philip? You and me have been quite critical of Haaland this season. The pair of us have, haven't we? Really, we're very critical of him. Do you agree he's not a footballer?
Well, he's a footballer, but he's a one-dimensional footballer. He's not a player that you can rely on to track back or to be disciplined. He has a one-track mind, putting the ball in the back, which is no bad thing. But in today's game, you need to be more than that. You need to be more multifaceted, and he's not. As Colin says, he's very, very self-centered. He's all for himself.
Derby have taken the lead against Cambridge United 1-0. Nathan Mendes, Ling, and Lincoln have equalised against Cheltenham. Joe Taylor and also Charlie McCann. That sounds like an Irish country and western singer.
Burnley have taken the lead and have scored another.
Philip knows what I'm on about when I say that.
It's Susan McCann you're talking about.
Susan McCann, yeah. That's Susan McCann's brother, Charlie. He's equalised with his blanket on the ground on the 38th minute. And I knew I had to get...
That's filling in the Begley Dome.
But no, Susan McCann sung it as well, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
She covered it. I had to get that in. And then Harrogate Town NK Dons have equalised against Harrogate Town. Gibby on the 40th minute. And Burnley now, Philip, have gone 2-0 up against Sheffield United.
Oh,
There's no surprise really there for that. Look, now at the moment, Derby will be promoted as it stands. Will be promoted from to the Championship from League One if the scores stay the same. I'm going to say one question. I want yes or no from you all. Who's the better striker? Harry Kane. Is Harry Kane a better striker than Haaland as a whole package? Brad, yeah or no?
Definitely, most definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean, it might come to pass when Haaland's career has ended that he might possibly have more goals than Kane. But at the moment, you can't knock Kane's record. He's the highest ever Tottenham Hotspur scorer, the highest ever England scorer. What else do you want from the guy?
And Chris says, come on, Doncaster. Hopefully you turn it around. As us Carlisle fans hate Borough. And Riley is saying, actually, if you reach 2,000 subscribers, you have to do an around the stadium tour in 24 hours across London and then 24 hours in Bristol. THFC to the light. Well, talking about around the ground tours, somebody very close to me, who I'm very jealous over, and he knows I'm very jealous of him, who I am going to sneak into his luggage. He doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to somehow sneak onto the plane. You're having a little tour on Monday morning, aren't you, Mr. Brady? You will be videoing.
I only have a 10K luggage allowance. What are you going to do to me? A record price for excess baggage.
You'll be getting there. You'll be getting. What have you taken in this bag here?
Yeah.
And then we've got to go. We've got to go. Go on then, Colin. What's happening down there?
We've got 2 goals. It's now Walsall 2, Bradford 2. Jamie Walker has equalised, and Crawley Town are 1-0 up against Sutton. Liam Kelly has put them ahead. I apologise. My camera stopped working as well.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing down there. I don't know. I was going to ask Philip that was the next question. What does everyone think Colin's up to behind his camera? But now we know why. Yeah, Philip. Yeah. So, where you going Monday? You going to, was it the Emirates
I'm
Stadium?
going on. I got a Christmas present of this from the kids.
There's actually been a goal in the championship. It's
my good Lord.
1 Plymouth 0 with Kai Janahova has scored after 43 minutes. Sorry, Philip.
Go on, Philip. Go on.
Yeah, I'm going over to. I got a Christmas present from the kids there of a tour of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Monday morning at 10 o'clock, and it's one of the tours that's been given by Ozzy Ardiles.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah. Actually, I got a present. They bought tickets for the wife and myself to go over, but they only bought one tour ticket, so I bought her one as well. She's coming as well, so that'll be interesting. So
yeah, I'm very grateful she's doing the videoing for the channel.
Yeah, she'll be doing a bit of video. I'm gonna try and get a couple of quotes from Ozzy as well. So I met him before in Dublin about 6 years ago.
Yeah. The quotes from Ozzy will be like and subscribe. That's what he's going to say. That's what
get Ozzy Ardiles to publicise your channel. That'd be brilliant.
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, hopefully
actually,
there's not too many on the tour that I'll be able to get a chance to do it.
Yeah, get
there is a
Ozzy
Q&A session at the end of it, so there will probably be time.
Yeah, just put your hand up, Ozzy. Would you like to come on to our Tottenham channel? We'd love to have you.
Yeah,
there you go.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Colin, goal in League 2. Where are we going?
So we've got 2 goals in League 2 again. Morecambe 1, Forest Green 2. Kyle McAllister scored, and MK Dons are now leading Harrogate 2-1. Max Dean. Oh, we've got another one as well. Stockport are now 2-1 up against Accrington Stanley.
Wow. And also Burton Albion are 3-1 up against Redden. All games come at the half-time. Stoke are 1-0 up against Plymouth. Of course, Stockport 2, as Colin said, 2-1 up against Accrington Stanley. Evans after 44, and Patrick Sithel and Eldry are 0-0. Philip, how is Luton looking? Are you,
Brentford came within.
If you Luton manager, what would you be saying at half-time?
I'd say we're damn lucky to not be 2-0 down, 3-0 down. Brentford have just hit the crossbar with a sweeping move and a clip shot that bounced back off the top of the bar. So Brentford are much the better team. They look so dangerous going forward. Luton haven't really created too much. So we're coming into the last minute of the half, and it's 1-0.
Big up to Carl Simpson. Hello, gents. All of a sudden, Burnley they're up for the fight. Looking at that table, they're right back in. Philip, look, if you are looking at the table, Philip, if Burnley win today, does that just throw everything out the window for you?
Well, I wouldn't say it throws it out the window, but I'm just going to check it here now to see what the situation is.
We've got a goal. We've got a goal in League 2. Go on, Brad. Dear. Colin, Mammy.
It is Doncaster Rovers 0, Barrow 2. Feely has put them 2-0 up now, so it looks like that game is going to be done and dusted shortly.
One question I'll ask you, Philip. You've had a very eventful week. You've been watching the Donald Trump trial.
The trial hasn't started yet.
Yeah, but
I have been.
Question. Out of entertainment, out of 10, what would you give it?
Oh, I'd give it 9 out of 10 next week because Trump's lawyers have tried everything to get the trial moved. 2-0 to Brentford. Scrappy goal, but it's 2-0 to Brentford.
And also, it's half-time at Burnley. Burnley 2, Sheffield United 0, Norwich 0, Bristol City 0, Sunderland 0, Millwall 0. But Philip, can you give me the fan arrest update for the Millwall-Sunderland game? Who's winning that with the fans being arrested on that game for Millwall-Sunderland?
I'd say it's probably 55-20 to Millwall at the minute.
Okay, so Millwall in the lead. Tranmere have just scored 2-0 to Wimbledon, 2-0 against Wimbledon. It's a pair, 45 minutes.
Oh, there's another goal in the championship. Unbelievable.
Hang on there, Brad. Just to go quick. Harrogate Town 2 have equalised against MK Dons. Thomas on the 40 in injury time. Championship, Brad.
Stoke 2, Plymouth 0. Million Manhoff has scored for Stoke.
Yeah. Brad, look, Philip, if you were the Luton manager, right, and you're the Burnley manager, which manager do you think is going to be the more confident for the second half for you? If you were looking at it, right, you're Burnley's manager, you're half-time, you're 2-0 up against the worst team in the Premier League. Is it? Right. Do you go out the second half, score as many goals as you can for our goal difference, or do you think just go out and enjoy yourself because you're going to be relegated anyway?
Well,
how would you do it for the second half?
And they're checking the goal for offside here, but I think he's all right. Okay, Burnley will have 23 points after this, and Luton 25. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Burnley's goal difference is minus 33. Luton's is minus 26. So Luton have got a bit of an advantage there. But the thing is, they both play 34 matches. They've only got 4 matches left.
Yeah.
And I would be, if I was Burnley, I'd be happier because Burnley, the bit between their teeth, they might just get out with this. Nottingham Forest have a game in hand, but 3 points further ahead. And then Everton, who've got 2 games in hand, are looking probably the safest of the lot of them at the minute, even though nobody's safe. Crystal Palace on 32 are okay. So any of those bottom 5, I wouldn't like to be any of them at the minute now, to be honest.
If I was the Burnley man, if I was the Luton Town manager today, I'd be thinking, bloody hell, I must have had a few drinks last night. I was working for Harrods yesterday.
Big up to Carl that says, just noticed you've hit 1,800 and well done, lads. Upwards and onwards and upwards. Thank you so much, Carl. And Carl's been a big help in that as well, Philip, hasn't he? He's been really trying to get us there.
Just to get back to the thing about the Trump trial, Dermot, it took them, they had this questionnaire given out to the potential jurors and you had to answer certain questions and they all went through all this rigmarole. They eliminated 50 or 60 of them. They got 12 jurors, 6 alternates. And everybody hung hunky-dory. What does Trump's lawyers try to do at the very end of the session yesterday evening? Go to the appeals court claiming that the jurors are unfairly biased against Trump after them agreeing to letting them in. That's how desperate he is to stop this trial because he knows there's going to be stuff comes out next week that's going to kill him in the election next November. There's going to be stuff that nobody knows about up to now, how bad he is.
He can still win the election from a prison cell. He can still be
president.
president.
I think what's coming out with a criminal conviction against him, which is probably going to happen, and some of the stuff that's going to come out, I'm afraid. He's talking about, the justice won't let me off to attend my son's graduation. The son's graduation is on a day that the court is not sitting. And secondly, he didn't attend any of his other kids' graduations. So you've got him every way to look at it,
I mean, the problem is most of his supporters, they just accept everything he says. That's the problem.
Yeah, but it's the other people that have a brain cell that are going to listen.
I'm sorry, anyway. There's been a goal, a Doncaster column. I let you tell the sad story.
Well, it's going on about the goal that I said earlier, 2-0 to Barrow. We're just about to go into half time here. So Donny have got it all to do in the second half.
Big up to Matthew, big up Comrade Dermot and Comrade Philip. How do you feel being called Comrade, being linked to the Russians?
It sounds a bit Russian to me now.
Yeah, but Philip, I take that as a compliment to see us like us Russian leaders, the strong men of the Tottenham football community. That's what they see us. We're the tough, we're the hard men. Carl Simpson. Go on, Philip.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to try and reset my TV during half time, so I'll buy out for a couple of minutes. Hopefully, because I'm going to be evicted back upstairs again shortly.
Okay, Grant. All right, see you back there. I'll take you out. We've got Everton won't win another game this season. I don't think they will. Matthew says, of course, it's the general election in India, isn't it? Was election?
Oh, yes,
Here to be a busy day.
The biggest election in the world.
Yeah, I heard Trump has been offered a free flight, an annual season ticket to his golf course. And isn't Trump winning the election? I don't know.
I think he probably is, unfortunately.
But this isn't the show for that. We are going to do a show during the summer. What did you watch? What I told you to watch the other night yet, Brad?
I haven't yet. No, sorry, Dermot. No, I haven't.
You need to watch it, Brad. I am telling you. And you as well, Colin. You need to watch Goobo on YouTube.
Okay.
If you I know there's Irish in you. You ask your man there about Goobo and the early 80s in Ireland. Some of the stories will make your teeth itch. Colin's just ran off his chair. Big up to Ellie. Just to go, love Spurs.
Hey,
Hello,
Ellie.
the Three Musketeers plus Colin, Philip, Dia, Vic T. Yeah, Philip. Philip, Paul Bessam. But listen, Colin, do you want to go through League Two for us and tell you what is the state of play at half time? Because there's been some good games in League Two actually. But do you want to go through League Two for us?
Yeah, we've had loads and loads of goals in League Two. I've always wanted to do this, so I'm going to try and do this the best I can. Here are your half-time results. Doncaster Rovers, 0. Barrow, 2. Grimsby Town, 0. Swindon Town, 0. Harrogate Town, 2. Milton Keynes Dons, 2. Mansfield Town, 0. Gillingham, 1. Morecambe, 1. Forest Green Rovers, 2. Newport County Athletic, 0. Salford City, 0. Notts County, 0. Colchester United, 0. Stockport County, 2. Accrington Stanley, 1. Sutton, 0. Crawley Town, 1. Tranmere Rovers, 2. AFC Wimbledon, 0. And Walsall, 2. Bradford City, 2.
Brad,
Very good. Very
Do you
professional.
want to go through? Do you want to go through League One for us?
Yeah, but try and you might want to have a very big black coffee before I do. But it is Leicester City 2, West Bromwich Albion 1. That is a
League One. Oh, sorry,
League One.
League One. I do Championship.
All right.
There,
There's
League
actually goals in League One. Northampton Town 1, Exeter City 2, Blackpool 2, Barnsley 0, Bolton Wanderers 0, Port Vale 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Peterborough 1, Burton Albion 3, Reading 1, Cambridge United 0, Derby County 1, Carlisle 1, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Charlton Athletic 0, Shrewsbury 1, Cheltenham 1, Lincoln City 1, Orient 0, Fleetwood 0, Portsmouth 0, Wigan 1. And there are your half-time scores.
Yeah, and do you want to go through the Championship? What's on the screen there? So
Championship. Leicester City 2, West Brom 1, as I said earlier. Cardiff City 0, Southampton 1. And it gets boring now. Huddersfield 0, Swansea City 0, Norwich City 0, Bristol City 0, Rotherham 0, Birmingham 0, Stoke City 2, Plymouth 0, Sunderland 0, Millwall 0, Watford 0, Hull 0. So only 3 goals to talk about.
Yeah, as you can see, Dermot is still trying to do this live on there. So, the column Premier League.
The Premier League.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go through the Premier League scores there for us?
It is Luton Town 0, Brentford 2, Sheffield United 0, Burnley 2. I've got him in my head constantly. They're like, can you remember when he used to read the scores? And you're like, oh, you could see the scores on the screen, but when the way he says it, he was like anxious to hear what he was going to say, even though you could see it.
And as you can see, we've got it there. And we've got, of course, down below, guys, is the Premier League score for you. I will bring up the Championship goal halftime scores as well for you guys as well, because that's what we like in this channel. So there is all the halftime scores around me. I look like I've been covered by goals everywhere. But let's start with you, Colin. Donny, where's it all gone wrong?
You know what? It's not even been a case of where it's all gone wrong. I mean, it's been 2 crosses, one from a corner and one from open play. Headers both times have gone in. Donny have actually been playing quite well. But unfortunately, sometimes it's just a case of no matter what you do, you just can't score. And that seems to be the effect in Doncaster today. Now, this scoreline doesn't completely throw Doncaster out of the equation because obviously the way it works out, actually, I believe, is 1, 2, and 3 go up automatically. And then it's 4, 5, 6, and 7th are in the playoffs. Now, Doncaster are only 2 points behind 7th place. So even if we lose today, depending on the Walsall and Crawley results, that's still to play. And Doncaster do have a game in hand as well. So,
yeah, and big up to DJ. Good afternoon. Wolverhampton are going to have a 15-year-old right back going to start bottle
Wow.
job Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal are bottle jobs. And then Carl says, Colin, as unbiased as Paul Merson. There you go. And then big up to Dragon D's nut. Come on, you Wolves. Big up everyone, please. Look, as you see, we've reached 1,800. But we don't want to stop there. We don't. Hang on there, Brad. I'm in my flow, Brad. We don't want to stop there. Of course we don't. We don't want to be at 1,800 for any longer than we have to be. So hit that subscription button. Help me and Philip get to 2K. Get us up to 2K. If we get up to 2K, Brad would do a special channel song for us. Because Brad is the musician, or he is the Purple Rain Man of YouTube. He is like, how I can just, that's the only compliment I can play to you, Brad. You're like Prince of the Spurs YouTube community.
Prince is an incredible guitar player. I'm not that keen on his music, but he's an incredible guitar player.
No, Brad, his music is good.
Yeah, but I grew up on the Clash and the Jam, so you know.
You and me, Brad, have really different tastes in music. I'm more Fleetwood Mac and Prince and that sort of thing. You're more wearing bin liners and walking around with funny hairstyles. And
I was more of a mod. Well, I was a mod. I had a scooter and everything, but
yeah, they're the ones that walked around with the funny handshakes and the funny hairstyles. So anyway, Brad, what I was going to say to you was, so please get us up to 2.
Hello, that sounds like an internet connection. The old style.
Sorry, it's I don't know what's happened, but yeah, sorry about that, Brad. Don't know what I was going to talk to you about, but Colin, just talk to Brad for a minute. That really put me off.
It put you off. I wonder what we're going off. I thought somebody had a Harrier jet flying up over their house or something.
Well, to be fair, Colin, I normally have police sirens all the time. I haven't heard one yet, so it's very unusual for Ealing or any day for that matter.
You've been very good today, Brad, and you've stayed indoors. Yeah. You haven't gone out, so that's why. Brad's not known as Brad. Brad's known as Brad Cray.
Well, the interesting thing is that I used to work quite near where the Crays used to live. I mean, obviously they weren't living there when I worked, but yeah. And Cray, Philip, I think it's Reggie Cray's son was actually called Bradley. So there you go.
It wasn't called Bob.
No. And
I'd like to introduce you to my son, Bob Cray.
Bob Cray.
Bob Cray.
They're very, very interesting to read any books on the Cray twins. Very interesting time in 60s London. Very, very. My dad used to tell me a story about he used to go. They'd always look in the pub. It's the old day when you had the frosted glass. He'd always have to look in the pub to see if any of the Crays were in there or any of the gang, and if they were, they'd just go to another pub. Oh, yeah.
I do apologise. Not my next door neighbours, but my neighbours are drilling the hole.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Trying to see you, Dermot.
Did I not realise I'm a professional broadcaster, that I need silence when I'm broadcasting? God, stick your drill somewhere where the sun don't shine. Anyway, guys, what are we going to go about? What are we going to talk about? Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go and get myself another drink.
Another beer. Yeah, let's go through Exeter and Northampton's now full-time in League One. It's 2-1 to Exeter. I'll start with you, Colin, but I'll start with this question, Brad, for when you get back. This is what happens, Colin. You give my chat an inch, right? And what do they go and do?
They take a mile. They take a mile.
I mean, this is what I've got. I mean, look, this is now a glory hole. I mean, do my chat, have they only got one thing on their minds?
I think your chat at the moment are a little bit excited, Dermot.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
And then we've got Carl here. The next door neighbours are drilling a hole for a camera for Domo.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Just to let you know, Netflix have been in contact with me and Colin for doing a documentary on the rise of full-time sports network and THFC Till I Die.
I was going to say, please don't drag me into what you were going to say there for a second.
No, you're not my type, Colin. Firstly,
Oh, please, I'm
and
everybody's type, darling.
Secondly, you get your own room and your own camera free of charge.
Oh, that's all right then. As long as it's all free of charge.
No, you've got to pay me £10 an hour.
Oh, well, no, I'm not having that. No.
Yeah,
No.
but you've got to share the room with Carl. So that's the problem.
Oh, that's fine. Me and Kyle have a whale of a time. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. This show started up with so much potential.
Well, you've only got one person to blame, Dermot.
Carl.
Yes.
Well, blame
It's
Carl.
It's all Carl's fault.
Yeah. me and Colin set the PS5 up. Oh, did you do FIFA last night? Did you?
I didn't. No. I didn't do FIFA last night.
Hello, the evictee is back. You haven't been evicted, then?
No good. The Sky Q box is faulty. It's gone. Something's gone on it. So.
Yeah. Well, Philip, do you know how to fix that? Don't you?
It's it with an hammer.
You do what Jeremy
That's
Clarkson
the
says.
window
Hit
with
it with a hammer.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll stay down here as long as I can, but I may be evicted after a while. So.
Well, do what they normally do, Philip. Put a barricade around you and say you ain't take me to court to evict me.
Yeah.
Do you remember Swampy years ago, Philip?
Swampy.
I don't know. Swampy.
Yes,
Do you remember Swampy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Swampy. Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Philip can be the new Swampy. I ain't moving. He was some crap years ago, wasn't he, Swampy?
Swampy, yeah, I remember that. Wow, that's going back a bit.
Did he protest against Terminal 5 as well back in the day?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember what he was protesting about, to be honest.
I'd say he probably protested to get anything like that. He would have been there.
Do you know, I was watching, look, we are halftime, guys. There's all the halftime scores. We've gone through them all. So we're having a bit of fun at halftime. Yeah, I do apologise. My neighbour decided to start drilling.
I've got an amazing story from America.
Just one thing, Brad, before we get into America and that. I was watching the other night. What do you call it? Do you know the program in RTE, Philip, where they look back through the years?
Yeah, reeling in the years.
Yeah, and they were doing it in the 1950s and early 60s.
No, they started it in 62. They started it in 62.
Yeah. So what I was going to say was, Philip, how progressive we were back then, like with Lamas and the building and everything. You look at the building work back then to now. Health and safety wasn't even thought of back then, was it? It's so funny watching them early videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying in America, Brad?
Talking about protesting, you might have seen this on the news. The Columbia University I think it's in New York, I think, and they were holding a Palestinian protest on the lawns around the campus. And I mean, the protest is irrelevant what they're protesting about. I mean, it could be anything, but apparently that's not illegal to do that. You're quite entitled to do that if you're a student. So what the university did was they basically suspended all of the students that were doing the protests, which suddenly made them normal people, and they arrested them for trespass.
Oh God!
It's incredible. It's only in America.
Do you see the fellow that set himself on fire outside the Trump courthouse last night? He died.
Yeah, he was apparently a conspiracy theorist, but I haven't heard.
It nothing to do with Trump. It was something to do with the university in New York or something.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah, apparently so.
So that's
that's another reason the Trump boys tried to get the trial moved. It wasn't safe, The man was cute though. He knew there'd be maximum publicity where he did the thing. But imagine burning yourself to death over a conspiracy theory.
It happens, doesn't it? A guy that American trooper did it, didn't he? A soldier did it recently.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's a strange country.
I mean, it'd have to be
a strange country.
The only one thing about that is that if you get publicity for your cause, you won't be alive to see it.
True. That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah. What's this? DJ Samuel's small or big glory hole? It's a bit rude for 4 in the afternoon. No, for sharing the room. No, I really
Again,
feel
we have kicked off again, guys. The second halves have kicked off. We've got a goal. Blackpool 3, Barnsley 0. Colson after 47th minute, and Patrick Thistle have taken the lead against Airdrie. It's Fitzpatrick after 52. Charlton have equalised against Shrewsbury, and it's Dobson after 45. Has Luton kicked off now, Philip, again?
Yeah, minute and a half gone. Brentford taking up where they left off in the first half on the press.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't see Luton coming back from this thing.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's only a drill.
Yeah, there's a goal in League Two. Sutton are now drawing, wherever they're playing.
Crawley Town.
Oh,
yeah, they've just scored. George Dobson.
Oh, there's been a goal in the Premier League as well, Philip.
And the one back for Sheffield United.
Yeah.
It's Hammer after 52 minutes. Hammer.
There's a chance for Brentford. Oh boy, they missed it. That was a good chance to make it 3-0.
And also Sutton have equalised against Crawley. Haringey have now gone 3-2 up against MK Dons. It's Thompson after 50 minutes. Sheffield United won. Philip, Sheffield United, can they get back into that game, do you think? It is Gastuve Hammer. So what do you reckon?
45 minutes left to do it. Of course they can, yeah.
We've got a goal in League Two. Colin?
Yeah, League Two, Harrogate 3, MK Dons 2. George Thomas has scored to put Harrogate 3-2 up.
Now, has that Luton game kicked off, Philip, or are they just
about so it's 2.5 minutes gone into it, yeah.
Well, Sky here are just showing the manager walking back onto the pitch.
No,
that's why I was asking.
It's 48 minutes gone. It's 48 minutes. It's 3 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, they've been going for 8 minutes. Also, like it kicked off early.
Yeah. So, what do you want to see in the second half from Luton, Philip? Any different, or keep it the same, or what would you do?
I know what Luton fans want to see: 2 or 3 goals. With none going in the other end, but they haven't really threatened at all in the first half. Now, they've got a free kick now, which is in a dangerous position. You'll see how this goes. They're lined up on the edge of the area here, so they might get something. If they got to go back now, it could be a good contest. But if I get the feeling Brentford score again, that's it. Gone. Over.
Yeah. What do you guys think about a lot of people are saying that we should try and buy Visser from Brentford?
Yeah, good player.
Good
player.
Sutton have equalised against Crawley. Charlie Larkin after 48 minutes. Sounds like somebody out of a TV programme back in the day. But he's equalised against Crawley. It's now 1-1. And Blackburn, of course, Blackpool have gone 3-0 up against Barnsley.
Who is Mohamed Amoura, who apparently we're trying to sign?
And Anne has gone 2-1 up against Edinburgh. Smith after 53. I don't know. Philip, have you heard anything about that?
No, I haven't actually. No.
We've got a goal, Lincoln. Is that in your league, Colin?
Lincoln. It's League One.
Yeah.
Lincoln 2, Cheltenham 1. Draper after 52 minutes. Big up to everyone. Please hit the like button and the subscribe if you can as well. And pick up those memberships for $99. This Friday, Philip, we have our first fan forum before the North London derby. So pick up your memberships. Only members can come on. So come on and talk to me and Philip about the North London derby, your hopes, your dreams, and what's going to make you nervous about it. So come and join us at Friday at 7 o'clock. That is now going to be before every match day. So let us know what you think on that.
Can I just there's
another goal.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
So go on, Philip. You go first.
Go on. Mine's not a football related thing or something else. Go on, carry on.
All right, Colin, go on.
It's now Harrogate 3, MK Dons 2. 3, sorry, should I say. Stephen Verne has scored in the 52nd minute, so Harrogate's lead didn't last very long.
Carrow Road, it's Norwich 0, Bristol City 1. Hayden Roberts is the goal scorer.
That's a good result for West Brom.
Yeah, go on there. Philip, what are you on about?
Just in the women's rugby Six Nations, there was a narrow victory for England against Ireland. 88 points to 10.
I was going to say England are hot favourites to win that, aren't they?
Well, at least it's an achievement for Ireland because that's the first time we've scored against England in 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 88-10. Jesus, what a massacre.
Oh, Jesus.
Conor, what are we doing in League Two? What's happening there?
I mean, I'm having goals in League Two, but they're coming staggered now. I mean, you know, it is Crawley 1, Sutton 1. I know they're just bringing it up on Sky Sports, but we said that about half an hour ago.
Just,
but yeah, there's not really been.
Just take over there for a minute, Colin, if you can. Sorry.
Yeah, there's not been really that many goals in the second half so far, but we are only a couple of minutes in. I mean, how's it looking in the Championship?
Same as the first half, really nothing at all. I mean, although we did get an early goal, Bristol City scoring an early goal, but then Southampton scored an early goal, and then we had nothing until Stoke got a couple. So it's still nothing much happening in the Championship.
Philip, how's your game looking?
Still Brentford are very much in control. Luton are huffing and puffing a bit, but they're not making any inroads really. You know, they look like a team that know they're half beaten this match, and unless they get the next goal, this is going to be a cakewalk for Brentford, really. You know, Brentford aren't exactly playing that. They're playing okay, and they're not having to stretch themselves too much to be 2-0 up. There should be more than 2, actually. They've had a couple of great chances to make it more than that. But
Do you think they'll regret it?
Sorry?
Do you think they'll regret not finishing the chances, or?
Well, if Luton score the next goal, probably yes. But you know, as I said, Brentford look very comfortable.
I'd like Luton to stay up, to be honest.
Oh, I think we all do.
I think we all would.
Now they're attacking down the left-hand side there, but they've had very few real. The Brentford defence is.
Oh, there's been another goal in the Championship. It's now Norwich 1, Bristol City 1. Borja Sains has scored after 58 minutes, and it looks like Burnley have got a third against Sheffield United. Lyle Foster. Yeah.
Well, that's
Sheffield United down.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much. It must be getting quite close to the time when they're actually mathematically down, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, not quite yet, but corner to Luton now. They're putting a cross there that was cleared behind by a Brentford player. So chance for Luton now to maybe reinvigorate their game here.
Burnley have gone 3-1 up, guys, against Sheffield United. Foster after 50 minutes. Morton have gone 1-0 up against Watford, 56. And Norwich have now equalised against Bristol City. I think it is Sainz after 58 minutes. So that game's nice and going to be interesting. Philip, Burnley 3-1 up. Do you think that's game over now at Sheffield United's game? I think it is, isn't it? Rarely, you
expect it to be, but you never know. I don't know.
I mean, this season in the Premiership has been absolutely amazing for comebacks and last-minute goals and everything. Yeah. It's been probably one of the better Premiership years for a long time. In all honesty, I mean, we even got a free team fight for the league for the title. So,
Notts County, I think they're Notts County are the oldest team in the Football League.
I think they are.
1-0 up against Colchester United. Kentley Bray has been sent off for Egan City, a foul on 58 minutes. Morton have gone 2-0 up against Arbroath, Oakley on 58, and Patrick Thistle as well have gone 2-0 up against Airdrie, Graham after 61 minutes. Colin, how are we doing for League Two, sir? Has Colin disappeared on me? Yeah, Colin has now fainted because Doncaster Rovers have probably equalised or scored a goal. That he's passed out in excitement.
No, I had my mic on mute again.
God, you're really unprofessional. You can't get professional guys these days, can you, Philip?
No, you can't. No, yeah, I mean, the only goal that's gone in recently has been that Notts County goal, to be honest with you. It's a quiet start to the second half, to be fair, in League Two.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the table.
Sorry. Doncaster Rovers have got a penalty.
Whoa.
Ooh. So do you want to talk about that then? Let's go to you, Brad.
I was going to say...
No, let's go to you, Colm. Sorry. Let's bring Colm now. We're going to bring Colm onto the big screen.
Oh, don't bring me on the big screen, Colm. Jesus.
You're on the big screen now for this penalty.
I'm not.
Can you do it?
So Joe Ironside was fouled in the box. So that is why the penalty has been given. Just see what happens with it. You can talk to other people. I'll let you know.
Then we'll go to you, Philip. How's the Luton game going, Philip? Anything?
Nice decision. The Luton took a throw in, and immediately the flag went up for offside. You can't be offside from a throw in.
No.
Brad, Championship. What's happening there?
Again, nothing since the amazing start to the Norwich City, Bristol City second half, but no changes in any of the other games. Southampton still leading 1-0. Stoke still 2-0.
Yeah. Philip, Luton Town. Did he make any changes at halftime? Did he tweak anything? Anything tactical?
Not that I saw. I didn't come back onto it till the game was just starting. So I think he may have made a substitution. I'll just check that now if he did or not. But nothing's changed. Still Brentford the better team.
We have a goal for Donny.
It is now 2-1 to Barrow against Doncaster Rovers. The penalty was nicely converted away.
I mean, look at that goal, guys. Hoffenheim 3, Mönchengladbach 3. What a game in the Bundesliga. Walsall 2, Bradford 3. Walker after 53 minutes. Nicola McAllister for Ayr United sent off for violent conduct on the 59th minute. And Fulfar 1, East 5-1, McLean after 59, Doncaster, as you just heard, Ironside, 58 minutes.
It's just come up on the big screen on Sky Sports News, Doncaster 1, Barrow 2, on the big screen.
Philip, Bundesliga, look at this for a game. Hoffenheim 4, Mönchengladbach 3, and the man scored in the 90th minute of injury time to give the winner to Hoffenheim. What a game. What do you reckon, Philip? The Bundesliga is a very good league to watch, actually, Philip. If people don't watch the German league, it's a good league, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, okay, there are some teams in it very, very weak, but Hoffenheim have a habit of doing things like that. Mönchengladbach, decent side, so that's a good win for them.
It is. And then we've got Cologne 0, Darmstadt 2, Valencia also scored in the 90th minute. So all the games come to a close there. But Doncaster, Philip, look, they needed a win today to get back into the playoff. Borough above them. If you're a manager, Philip, or of a team like Luton, you're 2-0 down. You know you need win to stay in the Premier League.
Great save. Oh, nearly 3-0.
When do you start throwing caution to the wind if you're the Luton manager, Philip?
Yeah, but you can't really. I mean, he's made 2 subs already. You throw caution to the wind against a team like Brentford this early on in the game, 58 minutes gone, they'll tear you apart. So what he needs to do is keep it tight, keep it at 2-0, maybe the last 15 minutes, then do it. But if you do it too early, Brentford will walk on through.
Looking at the Premier League table at the moment, Everton 32 games, 27 points. Forest 33 games, 26 points. Oh, the goal.
We've got a goal at League 2, Brad. O'Connor, sorry.
Yeah, it's Tranmere Rovers 2, AFC Wimbledon 1. Kelly has scored the goal for Wimbledon to bring them back into the game. I'm telling you, so it's busy. It's busy.
League 2, I'll tell you one thing, guys. League 2 seems to be the league to watch, isn't it? Philip and Brad?
Yeah, certainly today it is,
yeah. And Bradford City have scored as well. It's 3-2 there.
Wow, that is a cracker. Go on, Brad.
The table, Burnley, if it stays as at the moment, Burnley are only 3 points behind Forest, but they've played one more game. Luton are only 1 point behind Forest, haven't played one more game. They're only a few points behind Everton. And I'm just thinking, and we had this discussion the last time I was on, and I'm not going to go into that debate, but if Everton or Forest get relegated, that's going to cause an awful stir because they're going to be appealing against their points deductions. So where would the league stand? Yeah. You know, it's going to make a complete.
I think you're right. I think that's a conversation really for like. It is a conversation that we should have, Brad. I think that's one for the last game of the season because the Premier League have to now, don't they, Philip? And I always look to Philip and you, Brad, because you've seen a lot more football than me and Colin have. And you look at the old first divisions back in the day, Philip, and the Premier League now. Money's more of an object now, isn't it? You look at Luton. You're looking at teams around there. Are Luton getting ready with their lawyers? Well, hang on a minute.
Well, that's the other thing, isn't it? That's the other thing. Yeah, the teams that yeah.
I mean, Philip, if you were the Luton owner, would you be getting your lawyers ready to take the Premier League to court or something? Now, hang on a minute. Them teams and brothers have broke the law.
3-0 to Brentford. 3-0 to Brentford.
Yeah. So what would you be doing with these points deductions and everything, Philip? How would you play it? Because Luton have done nothing wrong, but Everton and Forest have broken the law. So
yeah, well, you have to assume that those punishments will stick. That there won't be any reduction on appeal. Everton have had it reduced already once. It's not going to happen again. Luton having the lawyers ready. I think they have to wait and see how the season pans out. If Luton survive, there's no need to do that. But if they get relegated by 2 points and have a better goal difference, then possibly yes, they will have the option to take.
Well, if Luton stay in the league, but then because Everton or Forest are below them, but then Everton or Forest get their points given back to them, it means that Luton are relegated again. So then Luton would be taking them all to court. So it's going to be a real.
I have a feeling the appeals will not be granted. The appeals will the punishment will stick. I think so.
Am I right, Colin, and saying that there might be another punishment for Everton down the road before the end of the season?
There could be. It all depends on what the FA and everybody find. I think it'd be very harsh if they do get another punishment. I mean, they've had 2 this season already. But yeah, you just have to wait and see. There is still investigations going off, but it's not just Everton. There's a lot of clubs being investigated at the moment.
Arsenal, one of them. Do you know?
No, unfortunately not. No
points deduction. Do you know?
Unfortunately, no.
Manchester City, they go on their merry way. Still, the biggest culprits of the lot, and nothing happening to them.
Yeah, Colin knows a bit more about it. How do you work? How's this Man City working? I know you can't say. Do you know what I mean? What can you say, Colin, about the Man City thing?
What I can say,
a lot of fans saying the Man City thing's been forgotten about. It's been swept under the carpet because the Man City. It hasn't, though, has it?
No, it hasn't. I will just say Stockport are now 3-1 up against Accrington Stanley. But no, the Man City thing is still going. You know, the FA and the Premier League Federation feel like they've got a very good case against Manchester City. However, Manchester City have very, very good lawyers, and they are just making so much red tape at the moment. Exactly. It's difficult. Yeah. It's very, very difficult.
4-0 to Brentford. They're walking away with it now.
Wow. Gee.
Luton are falling apart. Not a good day for the relegation side. Do you think that's made Brentford safe, Philip, this season now?
Brentford are safe. Brentford are safe. That's 35 points.
Yeah. Where is the safety mark, Philip? Where do you think the safety mark will
anyone below Brentford? I think the bottom 5. Just anyone below Crystal Palace, I think are
so what's Palace on at the moment?
I'll tell you now what the story is.
They're on 33.
33 points.
But they've got 2 games in hand on Brentford. So
yeah, the 2 games in hand.
33 is the safety mark this season then. Because it's normally around 40 points, isn't it?
It looks like 3 from 5.
Yeah. So 33 then is the mark you want to get to stay in the Premier League then, would you say?
Pretty much. It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. Brentford have 35 points now. They're well safe.
Well, we were talking about Haaland. Sorry, Haaland not being on.
Sorry. There's a goal. There's been a goal at an important goal here. It's Cardiff 1, Southampton 1.
Wow.
Familiar diehard after 68 minutes. So that's probably the most relevant goal in the second half in the Championship. So yeah, that's a. And
can I ask, Rotherham and Birmingham have only got to half time. That was a delayed kickoff.
Oh.
Due to some reason which we don't know. Barnsley have got one back against Blackpool. McCarthy after 67 minutes. As Philip had told you, the Brentford have gone 4-0 up. Lewis Potter. Philip, how did Brentford score that goal? What was the goal like?
There was a scramble in the penalty area. One of the Brentford players stuck out a foot, diverted the ball across the goal. Now the Luton defender was sleepwalking. He let the Brentford player come in behind him and nod the ball into the net from about 2 feet.
Yeah. Okay, and then we've got
It was a sloppy goal. It was a goal you wouldn't have conceded if you weren't 3-0 down. You know, it was just one of those.
Yeah. And then Arbroath have got to go back against Morton.
Half an attempt to get the ball.
Yeah, McKenna
goal for Burnley as well.
58. And we've got another goal in Championship, Brad.
No, bugger all.
No.
But another goal for Burnley. They're now 4-1 up at Sheffield United.
Oh, Burnley 4-1 up. Colin, how's League
boy.
2? Any goals there?
No more goals at the minute, but I have just seen that. Obviously, like I said, we were discussing earlier about Erling Haaland not starting. He's not even been picked for the bench either.
Wow.
Now, look,
That's right.
Philip.
That's a slap in the face for what he did on the other night, I think.
Yeah. Can I say you come from the old school of football where men were men, like Dave Mackay and Chopper Harris and all that, Philip, right? And Steve Taylor and Jimmy Greaves and that. Would Jimmy Greaves, if substitutions were allowed, would you even think Jimmy Greaves would ask to come off?
Philip's froze.
Philip is froze. I think Philip's looking up to this guy's in disgust.
Jimmy Greaves
mentioning Jimmy Greaves and coming off as
a substitution.
Yeah.
Jimmy Greaves certainly wouldn't refuse to take a penalty. That's that for sure.
We'll just bring Philip out and we'll bring him back in once it gets going. Do you think Haaland, guys? Look very quickly on Haaland. Clyde have equalised against Sternhouse Moor now. Cuddy, is it Kushti? Kushti after 71. And full time between Hoffenheim and Mönchengladbach. It is 4-3 to Hoffenheim. Wolfsburg have gone a 1-1 as well, guys. And I think it is 1-1 between RB Leipzig and Hindheim, 1864.
Sorry, I was miles away. Then in the Championship, it's Huddersfield 0, Swansea 1. It's all happening in the Championship now.
It is. Guys, do you feel Haaland? Do you feel his place is in jeopardy at Man City? If Pep was on this, or is this just a punishment for the other night, or is it tactical reasons? Do you think, guys? I'll start with you, Colin, on that.
I mean, I don't think he's in jeopardy at all. You know, when you've got a goal scorer that's scoring 35 plus goals a season, you know, he's always going to get in the team. I think this is just a case of it's an FA Cup game. Let's keep him for the league.
Yeah, I by the way, it's Sunderland 0, Millwall 1 with Duncan Watmore scoring after 71 minutes.
Yeah.
Are we? Is it definitely that Haaland and De Bruyne wanted to be taken off because they didn't?
Yeah, Pep said that, Brad.
Right.
Pep had actually said.
Then I think I agree with what Colin said about being tactical because it's a cup semi-final, but it could also be Pep making a point because he would the manager's got to sort of be strong really, and so I don't care how good you are or how many goals you scored. If you don't want to take a penalty for me, then you're missing the next match. So yeah, it's. Yeah, it's a difficult one.
Can I say League One, as it stands, Derby will not be promoted today. They're on 89 points. Bolton on 84. Peterborough, who are winning with a game in hand, on 83. Barnsley also there, but Derby will not be promoted today. Medical reason for a fan, Colin or Brad? Do you know what that's about from DJ Samuel?
I believe that's in regards to the Forest game? That's only just got to half time.
Oh, right.
One of the games that's just got to half time. I believe it was a medical reason that.
Oh, that was the Rotherham Birmingham game.
Rotherham, that's the one. Yeah.
Big up to GJ keeping us abreast there. Rotherham fan keeping us abreast in the chat what is happening. And this is what this show's all about, guys. It's all about taking Sucker Saturday to YouTube. Just very quickly, Brad. Go on, Brad.
I was going to say, I noticed the other day that some of the this old phone booth that I walked past has been, it's got a defibrillator inside it in the street.
Yeah. Relegation as it stands, Rotherham will be relegated today. I
think they already have been.
Yeah. Now, listen to this. Sheffield Wednesday, 44 points. Huddersfield, 44 points. Birmingham, 46 points. QPR, 47 points. That is going to the last game of the season, guys. That relegation battle. And Bolton have taken the lead against Port Vale in the Championship. It is now Bolton. Is that League One? League One. Bolton 1, Port Vale 0. And it's Collins after 72 minutes. Forfar have gone 2-1 up against East File. McLean after 72 minutes. So, and apologies.
That Bolton score, I didn't realise. Bolton are actually sitting in third at the moment in League One. So,
and I do apologise for Philip Philip has had to leave us. I think tech issues Philip is having, so Philip has had to depart. Big up, Philip, and thank you for your input today. So I will, if Brad can take over the Premiership for me as well, if you don't mind, Brad. So
2 games, I can do that.
The scores are on the screen for you guys. But I tell you what I'll do. I'll take that off, guys, and I'll bring up the latest Championship scores because Cardiff won, Southampton won, Huddersfield 0.
That's very important because that puts Southampton 4 points behind the relegation. 4 points behind Ipswich in second in the automatic promotion points with only 3 games to play. So a win is, they definitely need the win today to keep them in it, I'd say.
There has been a sending off. Jamie Walker has been sent off for Bradford foul play on the 68th minute. We've got Norwich 1, Bristol City 1, Rotherham 0, Birmingham City 0 as a halftime score because of that fan emergency. Stoke City 2, Plymouth Argyle 0. We've got Millwall 1, Sunderland 0. Watford 0, Hull City 0, because QPR are playing Preston North End at home at the Ranger at Loftus Road, 5:15 kickoff. League One, we haven't got have we got the League One? So let me take Championship up. No, we haven't got the latest scores for League One, guys, but they are the goals there. Colin, League Two, what's happening there, sir? As we're coming now to the nitty-gritty time of these 3 o'clock kickoffs.
Well, the ball was in the back of the net at the Keepmoat Stadium in the game between Doncaster Rovers and Barrow. It was a Doncaster Rovers goal, but it has been ruled out for offside. So it's still 2-1. No other goals to report at the moment. It's gone very, very quiet. But I'm expecting a busy last couple of minutes.
I'm presuming, Colin, that there's no VAR in League Two.
Yeah, there's no VAR in League Two.
It must be heaven. Must be absolute heaven.
Will there be next year, Philip? Colin, sorry.
No. The lower leagues can't afford it.
That'd be brilliant. You know what? I'm envious. Just see the linesman put his flag up. Whether you agree or you disagree with the decision, it's done. It's over. Finished. We carried on the game.
Just very quickly talking. We've got Hamilton 2-1 up against Montrose. Tomty after 77. Tranmere have now got a third against Wimbledon. It's Jennings after 71 minutes. Just do quick. Do you want to go through the whole goals in League Two so people are up to date? What's happening there, Colin, with the last sort of 10 minutes to go?
Yep, no worries. So it is Doncaster Rovers 1, Barrow 2, Swindon 0, Grimsby 0, Harrogate 3, Milton Keynes Dons 3, Mansfield 0, Gillingham 1, Morecambe 1, Forest Green Rovers 2, Newport 0, Salford 0, Notts County are 1-0 up, Stockport County 3, Accrington Stanley 1, Sutton 1, Crawley Town 1, Tranmere Rovers 3, AFC Wimbledon 1, Walsall 2, Bradford City 3.
So there you go. And of course, in the Premier League, it is Luton 0, Brentford 4, and Sheffield United 1, Burnley 4. So good results today for Burnley in their relegation fight for survival. Could they survive? Stranger things have happened. Tranmere, of course, have gone 3-1 up. Earlier on, Celtic did beat Aberdeen 6-5 on penalties to reach the Scottish Cup final. And again, we do apologise for Philip leaving us, but he had some tech issues. So Philip sadly cannot rejoin. Big up, Philip, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Where we're going now, guys? Brad, Championship. What's happening there, sir?
Still nothing since that amazing start to the half at Norwich Bristol City. And Cardiff obviously equalising against Southampton, which I think is the more relevant.
Do you want to go into League One as well? What's happening there?
Well, we've had some goals. I think you just read these. Carlisle 1, Watford 3. Can we go on in League Two?
We've got a goal in League Two, Colin.
Yep, it is Grimsby Town 1, Swindon Town 0. I think that is actually a bit of a divining result. Scoreline. Grimsby. Where are you, Grimsby? I can't find where Grimsby are. But,
right. Let me help you out.
Oh, there we go. 21st. So they are fighting a relegation battle against Swindon, who are just above them. So it's a big goal in League Two for Grimsby Town.
Yeah, it is a very big goal indeed for Grimsby in that fight for survival. League One, Brad. Do you want to go through League One for us? Any results there? Of course,
No,
Portsmouth have been promoted, of course, to the Championship. Derby, because they need a win today, I think, to get promoted.
Well,
How are Derby doing?
Derby are still 1-0 up, but I think that because Bolton are winning as well, that makes it doubtful. So they're still. I mean, it's still in a good position.
And we've got another goal in League Two.
Goals.
It's kicking off in League Two.
I did say League Two in the next couple of minutes is going to kick off. It's now Mansfield Town 1, Gillingham 1. Mansfield have managed to pull that one back. So I'm going to keep an eye on these because I've got more and more goals coming in.
And then you've got Dundee United 1-0 up against Ayr United. Moncro after 78 minutes, and of course Davis Kelly are done after 77, equalising from Mansfield, and Liam Smith on 75 minutes, as you heard, give Grimsby 1-0 up. Sorry guys if we're not get to the chat. We just got so many goals coming in, and we will bring your chat up, but we do apologise where we can't normally interact with you guys. It's so busy with goals going in left, right, and centre. So Matthew, what did you see what Modric said about us? No, what did he say, Matthew? Put it in the chat, and I'm sure we will discuss it very briefly at full time. We've got Accrington Stanley have got to go back, and that goes to you, Colin.
Yes, it's Stockport County 3, Accrington Stanley 2. Jack Nolan has pulled it back for them, so only one goal now. I'll tell you something. League Two is where you need to be.
It is. It is.
I'm sure Mr. Levy wouldn't agree with you on that one, but
I'm sure we're all going to become Donny fans if they get to the playoffs. This will become the Donny. This channel will support Doncaster Rovers if they get to the playoffs.
Spurs did play Doncaster, didn't we, a few years back in the league?
We did. Yeah. Apparently, Modric said, guys, he said he loved his time at Tottenham. Plus, he said he would love to come back.
Oh, okay. Well, he's probably a bit old for us now, but that's nice to hear ex-players say that.
Another goal at League Two.
Wow.
Go on.
Yeah, another goal at League Two. Harrington 3, MK Dons 4. Tesgal has scored that one. And also, Sutton have just scored to make it 2-1 against Crawley. Ollie Sanderson has scored that one.
Is it me, or the names of the goal scorers today are a lot easier to pronounce than they've been in recent weeks?
and I tell you what's happened. Spartan have taken the lead against Bonnie Rig Rose. Henderson after 85 minutes, and Patrick Thistle have taken a 4-0 against Airdrie. Dycock. I did say that name right. Dycock. 85 minutes there. You've been very quiet about the Sky presenters today, Brad.
Oh, there's one nice one. I can't remember what game she's reporting on. The reporter on the Bolton, might be the Bolton game, is actually called Carl Walker, which I found quite interesting.
Yeah. And then Wayne has said, "Damn, hope Dermot's paying Colm overtime with all the goals." Colm,
I'm getting £5 million per goal. So.
Yeah. We're on a massive retainer from Sky Sports for this. They paid us 25 billion. So I'm quite prepared to pay Colin 5 million per goal and 100,000 per goal. But I feel the contract for next season will have to be. I think Brad's going to play very hardball for the contract.
Well, I always leave it to my lawyers. You know me.
Yeah. Anyway, down to you, Colin. League Two.
Yep. It's now Mansfield Town 2, Gillingham 1. Stephen McLaurin has scored to put Mansfield 2-1 up in that game.
Wow. And yes, Brad. Yeah. So how much have you earned today, Colin? You've earned a few quid.
Oh God. Yeah. I'm in double figures in goals. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, in double figure goals and 12 pence in the Big Mac for wages.
It might have to be. You're going to have to get a second mortgage out to pay me at this rate.
Yeah.
There's been another goal in the Championship.
There you go. Brad's had some chips with his Big Mac now.
Yeah, Huddersfield 0, Swansea 2. And the guy scoring was Ronald. Just one word, so I'm presuming he's a Brazilian player.
Ronald McDonald.
Although that's my name of my dad. My late father is Ronald. Or Ron, obviously.
Swansea 2-0 up against Huddersfield. We've got Martins after the 85th. Of course, Mansfield gone 2-1 up against Gillingham. McLeod after 80. Where's it looking like in League Two? Now, as it stands, League Two, Forest Green will be relegated, I think, today. Sutton on 43, Colchester on 44 points with a game in hand. So League Two, does that finish next week then, Colin?
It does, yes, it does. Just to let you know, there's been 2 more goals gone in.
Yeah.
It's now Harrogate Town 3, Milton Keynes Dons 5,
Wow.
and Stockport 4, Accrington Stanley 2. I have had 35 goals in League Two today.
So
no, well, it's probably not an important goal.
Let me work that out in my head. Hang on.
Yeah, Portsmouth 0, Wigan 2 in League One.
So that's £3.50 in wages then, Colin. Is that right?
I mean, if you want to pay me £3.50, that's fine. I'll do it at a discount for you.
That's some discount. It's like being on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You just got the question wrong. You've just lost. So League Two finishes next week. Then League One finishes the week after.
Yes, League One finishes the week after, and then the Championship, and then Premiership.
God, I tell you one thing. The end of the season is really coming up thick and fast, isn't it?
I've got a feeling our game against Sheffield United is going to be a bit of a dead game, actually. I think it's not going to...
Well, the last game, what we're going to do in the last day of the season, guys, we are going to do an around the grounds on the last day of the season. So we're going to get Philip covering the Spurs game. We're going to get Colin coming in to cover one game in the Premier League. Brad, hopefully, if he can join us, come in as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously be looking for a stream on that game, but yeah.
And then I will come, because the Championship could go to the last game of the season. Even relegation, the Championship, we're going to cover as well as around the grounds, because that will go, I think, to the last game of the season.
I know it's a first world problem, but I'm a bit disappointed that our last home game is against Manchester City in the evening. You know, I much prefer it during the day, where you can, give the players a round of applause and then have a beer and, spend the rest of your afternoon doing stuff. It's a bit more difficult playing a last home game in the evening, but first world problem, as I say.
A lot of games are now coming to the end. Brad, any full times coming your way?
Not at the moment.
Colin?
No, we're still playing here, but Doncaster should be level. Doncaster should be level. They've just had a shot cleared off the line.
Wow. Swansea, of course, have gone 2-0 up against Huddersfield. That was the last goal on the 85th minute. As Brad said, it was Ronald. Norwich 1, Bristol City 1. That's not a bad result for Norwich or Bristol City, to be fair.
Well, Portsmouth have come out of their championship hangover, or their promotion hangover. They got a goal back against Wigan.
So the 2-1 up. Yeah, Wigan there. One just after Wigan scored, actually. Stoke are still 2-0 up against Plymouth.
Oh.
Hello, we've got a goal, Brad. Oh, Colin.
We have a goal, and it is Doncaster Rovers 2, Barrow 2, and it is Adelucan. He's been fantastic for Rovers this season, absolutely fantastic, and we are level, and this is a massive, massive goal in Doncaster's season.
Do you know what? That deserves a second.
It even made the big screen on Sky Sports News.
Yeah. So it is 2-1. Stockport have scored a fourth against Accrington Stanley. Antoni Sajovic after 79 minutes. Stockport 4-2 up. That's a good result for Colin, for Stockport, isn't it?
Oh, fantastic result for Stockport. Fantastic. I mean, they need it. Let's be honest. I feel sorry for Accrington.
Yeah, I do. I feel sorry for the lad that drank milk on the advert as well. Whatever happened to that lad?
Stanley, who are they?
Accrington Stanley, who are they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Swansea are 3-0 up.
Do you know, at the time that young lad said, "Do you want a pint of milk or do you want a wheel?" Colin, what do you think he took?
A pint of milk.
He's given that or a brick.
I'm trying to find out how many minutes have gone at the Cardiff-Southampton game.
It's half time, of course, in France. And
Brentford has scored a fifth. Brentford has scored a fifth now.
5-0 to Brentford. A bad day for Luton Town. Grimsby Town have scored a goal, their second against Windsor. They've gone 2-0 up. Swansea have got a goal in injury time against Huddersfield. Swansea 3, Huddersfield 0. Yates and injury time. Half time in France and the Liga 1. Nantes 0. Rennes 0, so it's 0-0 in France, but Swansea have scored the third. Grimsby have got a second, so that should be that for Grimsby. Brentford, of course, 5. Who scored the fifth for Brentford?
Kevin Chaudet
have now gone 5-0 up. It's a hammering for Luton. Let's see. Big up to Joe Johnston as well. He says, "Good morning, go Spurs." Big up, sir. Hope you are doing well. I think that's that. So League 2, Colin, what's happening there, sir?
Yeah, League 2. I've had that many goals in League 2 now. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Have you gone dizzy?
I am starting to go dizzy. There is only one game that has not had a goal in, and that is the game between Newport County and Salford. That is 0-0. The rest of them have had
really
one goal.
Surprise you how crap both teams are?
Not really, no. I'm not going to lie.
If anyone's watching that supports Salford City, I do apologise.
Big up to the Newport County fans. I met a load of them at when we were playing at Wembley in that cup replay, and they are most keen. They're asking, "Is Harry Kane going to play? Is Harry Kane going to play?" Most keen to see Harry Kane play.
Don't tell me Salford have scored, have they?
It is a goal in League 2, and it is Doncaster Rovers 3, Barrow 2. Harrison Biggins has just scored to give Doncaster the lead.
Wow. And I can tell you it's full time between the biggest game in Scotland. It's Spartans FC 1, Bonnyrigg Rose 0. That is the biggest game in Scotland. The Spartans have won. Doncaster are winning. Column's going to be happy. Swansea have now got a fourth against Huddersfield.
They're falling up at Huddersfield.
It is Walsh in the 3rd minute of injury time. So what does that do for Donny now? Did they go into the playoffs now, Colin?
So as things stand right now, it's not a live league table. Why is that not live? Sky, why is your table not live?
Because Sky is Sky. Wayne says, look, my Luton 8-6 Brentford predictions gone out the window. It can still happen. Luton can still score 8 goals in the last 2 minutes. Full time also in Scotland. It is the Championship. It's Patrick Thistle 4, Airdrie 0. So
according to my league table on Sky Sports app, Doncaster are in 7th, so which puts me
it puts us in the playoffs now. Yeah, mine's not updated for some reason. I don't know why.
What I did was if you go right to the very top and just refresh it, when you pull it down and it does a little refresh.
Yeah, it's just being weird. But yeah, it does put Doncaster 7th.
Yeah,
so they are into the playoffs now.
So we are heading into full time here. Egan is Peterhead have equalised against Egan City. Prowlett has scored in injury time too. And also full time Dunfermline 0, Queen's Park 0. Please excuse me about.
They're in the 93rd minute of injury time at Cardiff at the moment, so I'm not sure how much has been given.
And of course, it is, as we said, full time Patrick Thistle 0, Airdrie. Patrick Thistle 4, Airdrie 0. Doncaster, of course, Harrison Biggins in the 88th minute.
Great name.
And of course,
apparently,
go on.
Apparently, Haaland is injured. That's why he's not been picked today.
Has he injured himself coming off the team bus, or
I don't know?
Has he injured himself sitting down on the subs bench after Tuesday night?
Full time at Norwich. Norwich won. Bristol City won.
And we've got 7 minutes at Doncaster.
Oh wow!
Wow! This is the Man City team to play Chelsea. Ortega, Walker, Stones, Akanji, Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Grealish, Alvarez. And then the subs are Edison, Diaz, Kovic, Dooku, the Master, Gomez, Guardiola, Nunes, Bob and Lewis. Doom to you, Column League 2.
Yes, it is Sutton 2, Crawley to Khalidi Lolis in the 91st minute has equalised for Crawley Town.
Wow.
In League One, Bolton are now 2-0 up against Port Vale, which obviously has an influence on Derby County.
I'll tell you what, Colin, there's a goal at Salford, and I'm going straight to you because it was the only game in your league that didn't score. And I did tell you Salford would score. What's happening at Salford's game?
Yeah, it's Newport County 0, Salford 1. It's not come up at who's actually scored it.
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. Smith has scored it. 92nd minute. I'll tell you, League Two, just get me on here. I'll cover League Two all the time. I'm getting loads of goals.
The full times are coming in now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if...
Well, been a goal at Blackpool. Blackpool 3, Barnsley 2 have pulled one back. The guy who took over from Jeff Stelling is looking quite animated.
Yeah, he
used to be on Blue Peter.
Oh,
did he really?
We're in the 96th minute at Cardiff at the moment.
Wow.
Well, there's been a goal. There's been a goal.
Yeah, it's been a goal. I was just about to say that.
Cardiff 2, Southampton 1. Wow.
And also, Barnsley have got a goal back. It's from Phillips.
Wow, that's really buggered up Southampton now.
It is. We've got full-time. Arbroath 1, Morton 2, Edinburgh 1, Arna 2 as well. The Salford game, is that every team in that League Two scored a goal today, Colin?
Not every team, but there has been a goal in every single game. There are only 3 teams that have not scored a goal.
Who are they?
So, not Newport County haven't scored because obviously it's 1-0 Salford. Colchester haven't scored because it's 1-0 to Notts County. And Swindon haven't scored because it's 2-0 to Grimsby.
And Luton have got a goal back at Brentford. It's now Luton 1, Brentford 5. Luke Berry.
As it stands, Southampton on 84 points, Leeds on 87, Ipswich on 89, and Leicester on 91.
Leeds
all on 43. But can I just say as well, Brad, sorry, Southampton's goal difference is at plus 29.
Yeah,
Leeds on 42, Ipswich 32, and Leicester on 42. Goal difference could come into it. Goal reminder. There's been a goal at Brentford, Luton. It's Bury after in injury time. Luton 1, Brentford 5. A few of games coming in. It's full time in the Championship. Norwich 1, Bristol City 1. Full time in League 1. Cambridge United 0, Derby 1. Derby were going to be promoted, but are not going to have to wait another week to get promotion.
It's all over at Sheffield United as well.
Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 2 in League 1 as well. And it is full-time at Burnley. It is Burnley 4, Sheffield United 1 in the Premier League. Peterborough have just scored a goal as well. They've just taken the 2-0 lead. Ricky J. Jones in the 95th minute. But a bad result for Sheffield United, Brad. A great result for Burnley.
Well, it keeps Burnley in it, doesn't it, really? It keeps them...
Is the fight on for Burnley? Can Burnley survive?
Most definitely. I've got some difficult game coming up at Tottenham at some stage. But of course they can. I mean, mathematically they can. I don't know what their games are. But also they've got the thing of Forest and Everton having their points deducted. So
when does it come that Sheffield United are relegated?
It must be pretty close.
It has to be close, Colin.
I believe.
Is it today?
It might be today, yeah. It might
I have a funny feeling Sheffield United have been relegated from the Premier League.
They are currently 10 points behind safety with 5 games to go.
Yeah, they're relegated.
So they're still not, mathematically they're not down yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah, mathematically they're not. They can still get them.
So next week then, if they lose next week, they're down.
Well, if they lose next week, they'll be at the minimum 10 points behind with 12 points available. So they could still survive in the next 3 games if other scores go for them.
Obviously. But 5 games left, Brad. That's 12 points. So that if they lose next week and teams all win around and win, then they will go down next week.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If Everton and Forest keep losing, then and Luton keep losing, then they'll still be 10 points behind Forest with 12 points to play for. At the moment, they've got 15 points to play for. So next week, if they lose, but the other lot lose, then they're still mathematically in it.
Salford have won 1-0 against Newport. Charlton won. I lost that one. Watford 0, Hull City 0 Championship. I tell you what, it's a lot of full times coming in. Brad, do you want to go through
they're still playing at Cardiff. They're still playing. They're in the 100th minute.
You want to go through the full-time results in the Championship there for us?
Well, at the moment, it's Leicester 2, West Brom 1. They're still playing at Cardiff 2, Southampton 1. It's full-time, Huddersfield 0, Swansea City 4, Norwich City 1, Bristol City 1, Rotherham 0, Birmingham 0, but they're still playing. That was a game that was delayed by quite a while. Stoke City 3, Plymouth 0, that's a full-time. Sunderland 0, Millwall 1, that's full-time. And Watford 0, Hull 0, that's also full-time. So there's 2 games to play.
Yeah.
One which will be over before this broadcast finishes.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up the full dead scores from the Championship. That would all go red once the games. We have a goal. League 2. Go on, Colin. The most big on the show today, apart from it.
Yep. I don't know whether it's actually been given or not, but it's just come up.
Just give me 2 minutes.
Just come up saying Sutton 2, Crawley Town 3.
Oh.
But it's coming up saying full time at 2-2.
Yeah, I've got that, yeah.
So I'm not sure what's quite going off there. And that has relegated Sutton as well. Sutton United have gone down due to that.
You have to say, many, many years ago when they had this sort of thing on ITV or whatever it was, they used to have a typewriter type in the scores. They'd be like the screen. And we were playing at Man City in the Cup one day, and it came up Man City 0, Tottenham 1. I thought, great. And then a few minutes later, correction, Man City 1, Tottenham 0. It's all over, I think. No, it's not. Still playing at Southampton. Wow. At Cardiff.
Well, yeah, apparently it's finished 2-2, even though it did come up saying that there were another goal. So I'm not quite sure what's happened there.
Now I've got to think to myself, am I going to watch Man City Chelsea semi-final?
AFC Wimbledon have just pulled one back against Tranmere Rovers, but it's a bit too late. Josh Kelly in the 95th minute of the game.
They're still playing at Southampton, at Cardiff.
Still playing at the Keepmoat Stadium in Doncaster.
The 2 most important games today.
But that Crawley Town, them drawing 2-2 means that they are actually their 7th and Doncaster are 8th.
Oh.
But we're only behind. Doncaster are only behind on goal difference, and they also have a game in hand.
So the last game we've got waiting for in the Championship is Cardiff City against Southampton. Rotherham Birmingham will play on because of the medal. We've got a goal in League 2, Colin.
It is Doncaster Rovers 4, Barrow 2. Game, set, match. It's all over. Thank you very kindly.
That's a very good comeback. 2-0 down.
And it is. I tell you what, that's mostly all full times in now. Brad, I know you have to be off by 5. You said that was the thing. So do you want to give you a bit of a channel or plug?
Yeah, if anyone's watching, Blue Sofa Songs is my music channel. There's going to be a song coming out next week. I'm going back to political songs after my last 2 lovey-dovey songs. Blue Sofa Songs. Please give it a look, give it a view, subscribe, like, share, all those really wonderful things. It's me trying to write songs and playing all the instruments and doing all the videos and basically doing everything. And I think I write reasonably good songs. So check it out and see what you think.
Yeah, do. And thank you so much, Brad. Are you joining us next week?
Yeah, possibly. It's on Sunday, isn't it, the game? I might have something on the Saturday. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, quite possibly. By the way, it's actually coming up on here that Fleetwood are relegated and Port Vale are relegated.
So there you go. So there is the breaking news.
And they're in the 104th minute at Cardiff, Southampton, and it's got 9 minutes was the supposed injury time. So they've had 14 minutes of injury time.
Yeah, Fleetwood are relegated and Port Vale have been relegated as well. Colin, Brad, I let you go and get on with your evening because you said you wanted to be right, so I'm going to take you out. Thank you for joining us.
Cheers, guys. Nice meeting you,
get
Colin.
over and like and subscribe
Nice
to Brad's channel.
Good luck to
Brad.
Doncaster.
Yeah.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
See you later, Brad. See you later, man. And also, Colin, just very quickly on Doncaster before we finish off. Happy with the result today?
Oh, ecstatic. It's a game Rovers needed to win, and they have done. So, yeah, I'm not going to complain about it at all.
Yeah. And also, where can people find you as well, sir?
You can find me over on the Full Time Sports Network. You can find me in the chat here on THFC Till I Die. I also appear on THFC Till I Die. And you can also find me on MUFC Spotlight.
Yeah. Well, Colin will be here every week when we do Around the Grounds as our League 2 expert. And if Doncaster get to League 1, he will be our League 1 expert next season. We hope you've enjoyed it. We're trying to make this a bit more professional, aren't we, Colin? A little bit.
We are, yeah.
Professional. But big up, guys. Thank you, everyone. Please hit the like button, subscription button if you can as well, and your notification bell. As you see, we have reached 1,800. We're now only 200 away from 2K. So let's get to 2K before the start of next season, whatever you're doing. And we've got a little bit of a treat for you guys. This is going to be our pre-game video before every match Tottenham plays. So it's only 30 seconds long. Tell me, guys, what you think. And a massive thank you to Colin for putting this video together. But tell me what you think.
What did I say? The banner was live, the guys ruthless, what to do.